Has that worked? Hello? Oh god, we got there in the end. Oh dear. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it just decides it's gonna... OBS is gonna switch from switch the mic off. Anyway, you should have me now. I should be here. Hello. Oh, that's why I have you in the chat. Hello, everyone. I was just saying it's nice to have... it's a little, it's a smaller set of friends, isn't it, here in than RailNatter, which is a bit more mainstream. Although, bless, someone has done they've done a Well, There's Your Problem podcast thing where they go, this is awful. This is so awful. Why are you making these? It's awful. How can anyone watch them? It's like, I've done nearly 90 of them now. People... Well, I've done exactly 80, right? People would have told me... I've done exactly 80 of them if we start with 0. I've done 80 episodes, and people are still watching it. It can't be that bad a format if people are enjoying it, and if I'm getting multiple thousands of people, yay Liam, watching it. Oh, anyway, so enough of this holding pattern. Let's make a thing appear on the screen. It is. I've been working. I was saying I've been busy before holiday. I've been getting busy updating our railway map. So you can see here's the overall shape. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? You see the two railway companies there, the BS&WR, the GNER. I've forgotten everything. I've no idea what's going on. What is this place? What's a computer game? Completely lost. Hi Jermaine, how's it going? Totally lost. Xander, you're right. You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. Oh, I've missed this. Listen to that. Chris Tilton's soaring score, making us all feel very happy. Yeah, so we've done some things. So what's going on here? We've got, I mean, some of this is, you can see we've got, the Flitwick town starting to shrink a little bit. If you remember, there's some things changing up. We've got what else have we got? There's a few changes have been going on. We've got you can see the shrinking going on at Stratford Ferry is in there. We've got the various changes. You can see the old shape of Stratford Station there, the new Stratford Station on top. You've got this little ferry branch that was built. This little the Stratford and Southern Railway ferry branch that was built in 1929. You've got the continually shrinking little branch line that connects up to this sort of strange branch line here that used to be more of a thing and isn't. You've got all the shenanigans around Wool Estate. I've kind of updated the map. Now, there are a few things missing on this that I want you to go in and... Oh, B Crossing. I'm new. Come from RailNatter. Also love Transport Fever 2. Welcome, B Crossing. This is the map. This is the thing. We've got old friends. Detour is here. Hi, Detour. Lovely to see you. Hello, everyone. Oh, it's so... George Spelvin is here. All the classics. Guy called Pie, Sir Corot. All the favourites. Excellent. So you can see there's Bristol there with its station loop missing. So this is now up to date. Yeah, it is up to date, in fact. So the things that I have not... I'm going all over the place, which is exactly what our boy, Alan, who wasn't happy with RailNatter, was saying that I do that's rubbish, which is dashing around madly. I have ADHD, I can't help it. No, the thing I was going to say is... junction names. There are a few junction names I don't think are on here. And also going in error spot. So this is, I think the online map. The link that's in the description is this. It's this map. You can go in and look at it. It's this map. So spot. Do go into the Discord server for the engineer plays Discord server and spot any junction names that you think are missing. Spot any errors that you think things are wrong. Typos, dates that I've got wrong. Just have a general play and go in and have a look. So there you can see some new things. So for example, the junction here, Corby West Avoiding Line there that was built to deal with that. So that's there. Bit of messy ownership there between the two railway companies. Harry Scora, hello. Lorenzo, hello. Lorenzo Montalto, hello. So here it is, and you can see the absolute chaos that is look at the state of this. The absolute chaos that is the railways around this massive mashup of railways up kind of coming through here into Aldwood Junction, which is in and of itself total chaos. Oh golly, it's madness. And then the railways through in and around Bradshaw, the area around Bradshaw. So it's very busy railway action going on down here. There's Maybury and Godlingston, London. You can see the stations have had their renaming, so they don't all have, very few of them have Metropolitan left. I think only Shildon does, because it's got, Shildon Victoria and Shildon Metropolitan. So So there we go. So this is the stuff this is what's been going on. So the map is up to date, which is nice. Actually, I'm going to do this and then do this. There we go. Oh yeah, well. I tell you what. So here's the version with the the satellite view underneath, which always cheers everyone up because you can see things are happening. There's also this has now appeared on the map, so I've added this to remind me so that people know what date it's been updated to. There you are. So there's the information courtesy of the railway companies. Doing this allows us to see the scale of our cities, so you can see the extent to which Kingston has grown there. Sort of the urban massive, even Bridport, even Corby is sort of expanding a lot. Gisborough down there, and then you can see the sprawl of Bradshaw and Shildon, and then even Harborough is expanding. Market Harborough. Liverpool's huge. Look at the size of Liverpool is just massively expanded. It's successful, and part of this is these bus services that have appeared in the areas. Anything. So yeah. Lots of things happening. Lots of bits of railway. You can see we've done all the work through Wakefield, all the upgrades there. We've got the flyover here at north of Ipswich, all these things that have been happening. We've got the old alignment, Stratford East Junction that's now been closed off. So much going on. Lowestoft, the rebuilt Lowestoft station that's now there. Yes, lots and lots of things going on. So, yes, but it's 1937. Oh, actually, there is. So the aerial view is now out of date because we have built this line here. There is now a branch line here connecting to a new siding to Froome Aggregates. So there's kind of an additional bit of freight there, and that's now because that line is now using it's now coming on and it's using the South Western Joint Railway to take stuff all the way along here, and into Midland Brickmakers to take, which then in turn there's like a road depot now, and all the trucks then go from Midland Brickmakers and take it to various places in and around Bradshaw. So yes, so basically what we've got now is a big, nice, shiny, finished map. What else have I got? So if I do this, if I scroll down and see how successful this is, oh god, it's quite high resolution. You can see, I'm just going to scroll through these, but this is 1857. There is Bradshaw. And you can see there it's expanding more, then expanding more again. So you can see how much it expanded between 1857 and whatever time this was, and then expanding more, and then expanding, you can see expanding even more. And then, and we also have this map, which is the height map, which I've been making use of, actually, for some new mapping, which we'll come to after significant historical event. Anyway, right, you all want me to be getting on with the game, right? You all want me to be streaming game and enough of this nonsense, right? So shall I do just that? Let's do it. Oh, here we go. We're here. We're on our lovely island. Look at it all. We're on our lovely island. Shall we unpause? What time is it? It's April 1937. Shall we let's get things moving, shall we? It's Haverhill. Here. Lots of trains doing things. Yes, buses and trucks and all manner of things going on. What's going on down here? Oh yeah, look, there's these oil trucks. What are they? Yeah. GNER Rougeley fuel. Yeah, there we go. And there's a train, express train. What's that? Express Bury to Shanklin, hammering through on its way to Shanklin. Yeah, it's all happening. All happening on our little island. But before we continue, before we hammer so long, it has been so long, Jermaine. You're right. It's been so long. I've missed our little sessions here. Diving in. Look at the size of Kingston. Kingston's a big old place, isn't it? And you see, wherever we've built a bridge or even a level crossing over, the city's expanding rapidly. So, yeah, it's quite interesting seeing that change, actually. And it's kind of, this is filled up very much, and it's now like, actually, probably should be better connections across here. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, also, you remember these dual carriageways that have been built, these early highways that have been built to connect. So there's one essentially connecting Bradshaw and Kingston. There are a few others around the map that have been built. Is there an update from the developers about the map export feature? No, I've not had an update from them. I did have an email. I sent the request. I did get an email back. So, yeah, we'll see. We will see. Now, I have, the other thing, I was doing stuff. Oh, actually, I should do this. Press that button, and then I'm going to pin that tweet. Pin to profile. There we are. Just so people know that we're live, and they can come and join if they so fancy. What else? Right, okay. So, is it me, or is it? Are you getting quite a lot of nice bassiness from me? It's possibly because I I was a very good boy last night at the National Rail Awards, and I did not drink too many enormous amounts of wine, so I'm in fairly good nick today, actually. So saying, I'm sounding a bit more bassy than usual, so sorry if that's not to your taste. Right, so there is something we need to do, which is go up here, and we need to do some developing of urban areas. So we've got Haverhill and Bury, right? And they've got a bit of a tram system, haven't they? They've got a bit of a tram system going on. So if we click trams, we can see they've got quite a hefty municipal tram system. Bury Municipal Tramways. There we are. Bury Municipal Tramways running through Haverhill, and there we go. And press that button and that'll help. There we go, marvellous. Actually, you know what else would help is if I switch all this gubbins off as well, just for now. So you can see our nice tram network here. It's a bit weird in places, but these things actually do connect to each other. So, firstly, Bury Municipal Tramways is going to... actually, you know what? It's kind of fine, isn't it? I was going to make some changes, but looking at this, I think it's fine. I think it's okay. We need to basically have a look around at what areas have trams. So that's there. This is Stratford, which is that lovely green Stratford Tramways Limited there. What else have we got? What other tramways have we got? We've got Lowestoft, the Lowestoft Tramways here. They're kind of in red. They've got that's almost the old GNR red there. Other than that, what else have we got? We haven't really got much else. Shanklin's got its system there. There we are. There's Shanklin. And actually, yeah, okay, Shanklin Tramway. Okay, that's fine. And then there's not really. What else have we got? So in terms of tramways, there's obviously quite a substantial tram network in and around Bradshaw, Kingston there, and then there is a little one in Maghull. There's this little Maghull tramway situation going on. And maybe it's cold. Possibly. B Crossing, will bus companies eventually take over? Yeah, well, who knows? But also, as you'll find out in this series, B Crossing, I kind of generally don't predict myself, because I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I make it up as I go along. But, I mean, that's certainly what happened in history, wasn't it? You know, the bus companies did take over. So, yeah, I'm having to think. Trying to think whether, yeah, you know what? I think there's a city up here that I think would benefit from. So, has it got bus services? So, let's see. So there is a bus service operating in Raleigh, which is the West Coast Motor Company Limited. Now, yeah, okay. So if we look at bus services, you can see that there are quite a few I mean, you know, ignore the fact there's also freight lines in here, but you can see there are quite a few bus services operating. And these blue lines here are the West Coast Motors Limited. They operate quite a few of the buses. They operate down into Shanklin, I believe. Yeah, there we go. But they don't. So this Flitwick Bus Company here. They've got. They're going for red buses. Red buses seem very popular. They're running into Flitwick. What else? What other bus? What areas do you think would benefit from buses? So this is Droitwich has a single bus. It's the single Droitwich Bus Company. It doesn't seem to do anything of any use to anyone. So perhaps we should... perhaps that's what we should do. Perhaps we should establish a new bus company. Or rather, the Droitwich Bus Company. So we're gonna rename this the... what are we going to call it? What should we call this area? What is this area around here? Blue Line. Okay, so let's call this the... Southern... No, what are we going to call it? The Droitwich Corporation. And this is going to be... let's call this number 1. Droitwich Corporation number 1. We're going to make it yellow. So these are going to be yellow buses. And we're going to go for... So it's a new company. So that's... Okay, fine. Number 1. And let's paint these yellow. Marvellous. Now... That bus service is clearly rubbish, so we need to expand it a bit. You might be all going, but this is a railway series. Well, no, this is a transport series. You've got to look at the whole thing holistically, right? Now, what does this do? It goes from the pier to the old Droitwich town station via South Street. So we need to switch our stations on as well. Let's do that. Okay, so it comes up to South Street. And why is it? It's just rubbish, isn't it? So let's think about a more useful route for this bus. Shall we perhaps just have it kind of coming up to the other end here and going out, or shall we make it? Maybe we should make it a bus service that goes from one end to the other. You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm actually just going to entirely delete these. Yeah. We're going to place a station building. We're going to place one. Oh, interesting. We managed to bankrupt ourselves in the few seconds that we were running the game in the background there. Right. Here we go. Leighton Buses, Victoria Bus Company, Leighton. No, we're not. No, we're not in Leighton. We're one across. So we're at Droitwich. There's Leighton over here, but we're at Droitwich actually. So what I'm thinking is actually is these 3 cities. Maybe that's what they should be called. Actually, the 3 Cities Corporation. That could be interesting, shouldn't it? 3 Cities Corporation. Number 1. There we go. I quite like that. That's quite an interesting little thing. So 3 cities. We're going to call it that. There's Harrogate, Nottingham, and Droitwich. And what is it? The thing is, it's also kind of on a peninsula. So maybe we could call it Peninsula Corporation. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, right. I'm waffling. So we need to place our bus stops. So there's one there. Let's go for another one. Let's go for another one here. And then another one maybe. I don't want them to be too close to each other. Another one here. There's another one. Is that sufficiently close? Maybe another one here because this is a bit busier. So let's place another slightly more frequent one. And then we're going to run up, and we're going to run up into. What should we do? Should we go up this bit? Actually, you know what? If we do this, yeah. So that is the fact we've got one there. That's fine. And then another one maybe here, and then another one here. There we are. So that's going to be our first route. And what we're going to do is let's start here. Down there, and then down there. And then let's do a double back, lovely. And up here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And normally when I do these off stream, I rename all these, so I will come back and rename all these, but I won't do that for now, because, you know, being interesting. For stream purposes. Right, okay, so that's one. What other bus service should we do? So you get to experience a little bit of... firstly, let's also work out how many buses are running on this. Should we... Okay. Let's go for... Let's double this for starters. Yeah, wait for it. Oh, it's taking long enough. Oh, don't crash. Oh, good grief. Oh yeah, you can see this was clearly, these were built quite a long time ago when I only had 80 vehicles, and now we have nearly 1,500 vehicles on the map. Good grief. Yes, lots. Oh, interesting, that is only 1, so I think I possibly need to double that up. There we are. That might make more sense. Yeah, that's lovely. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I should... No, it's fine. I was going to say maybe the bus should be, like, here. Maybe yeah, maybe we can do this and then have it come back this way. There we go. So that's Droitwich Pier, and then this is Droitwich Victoria Station. There we go. This is now going to complain, so for number 10, I think. No, actually, for number 1, that needs to swap with this. And then delete that. Is that now right? Yes, it is. Perfect. Marvellous. That'll do. Quite like that. A little bit of interest there. Little square. So that's 1 bus service. So what was our glaring gap is that we have... What's this purple? Oh, yeah, that's just stone delivering from and to places. Probably need something to go kind of across, don't we? Also, there's a kind of a distinct lack of a connection across between these two that feels like it's a bit of a gap that benefit from a bridge being built. Maybe let's do that, actually. Let's go for Little Urban Street. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Marvellous. I haven't done this for a while. There we are. Bridge. That looks fine to me. And how am I going to do that? So let's go, if I go like this, and then I'm going to do that, and then that looks remarkably impressively okay, all things considered. There we go. Oh, no, you know what I needed to do is not do that, is actually to do this. Yes, but then also do... There we are. I think if I do that, and then... Yes, so I do that, and then I do this. It doesn't like that, does it? Doesn't like that. Okay, give up on that plan. The original plan was better. Never mind. Let's do this, and then do... Yeah. Lovely, and then let's go across there like that. Okay. Yes, that'll do. And then this side, we're going to bulldoze these roads. There's nothing built on them yet, so I'm just going to exploit that to... what am I going to do here? I think I want to do this and then this. There, like that, and then do something like this, and then make that straight. There. And then also sort of do something like that, and reinstate that road like that. There we go. How's that? What are you thinking? Why the Green and Manor Road bus stations twice? Well, at each end, Xander. Because I don't know. I always do it that way. It makes it easier why am I doing such a long flat arch? Oh, that structure. I have no control over that. I'm forgetting who knows the game and who doesn't. Gregors, you probably didn't mean that because you probably know exactly that it does that, right? Look at all these new buildings. 1935, look at all this expansion. You know, Droitwich expanding quite rapidly. So I think we should exploit that new link we've just done and then have a bus service that kind of goes maybe like from, say, here to then here. Then up to, I mean, that definitely should be a bigger road as well. Let's face it. Okay. To maybe here. And then like here. And then call in here and then come back. That's what we're going to do. Lovely. So for the new service, so that's number one. Number two, we're going to have going from here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, then to here, and then back. Yeah, that's nice. And then along there. Then there we go. And I'll come back and rename all these so that they are geographically sensible within our little canon of our island. Bisquicklehausens here. Hello. Yeah, see you in 20 minutes. See you in 20 minutes, Jay. Right, so. Right, lovely. That's that. Little bit of bus. Let's make this yellow. Let's also copy this and paste it here. Number 2. I just didn't name it. Never mind. Number 2. But the issue we've got is that we need 2. Right, there. Number 1. Let's double these up, which seems to somehow take a long time. And then we'll just move those over into number 2. We've got 8 buses in each. That's not an unreasonable number of buses, I don't think. Which 2 buses are these 2? They are, but they'll interchange. I suppose I could shift that one up and it would half the number, but yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna so I don't want to shift these. I want to shift these ones up here. Shift these into number 2. There we go. Let's have a look at that. How's that looking? That's starting to look a bit like there's some better coverage. The only issue is down here. There's not much coverage kind of across here, is there? So do we want to do like maybe one from that square and then kind of come out this way, perhaps? Yeah. What do we think? Trippy music. Let me see. So, also something I've added is I built a proper pier. Okay, the boat appears to be going through it. We're not going to worry about that. Is the shipping line through it? No, it's not. It's just that ship is going through it. We won't worry about that. But there's a pier. I built a pier. I wanted to see what piers look like, and I did it, and I think it looks quite fun. Also, is there a boat connection between these two, actually? Yeah, there is. Yeah, and I built another pier over in Ely. So Ely now has a pier. So, look, Ely Pier Station here. I don't remember when I renamed it. In fact, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to alt-tab back to the map, actually, to remind myself what's going on. Let me go in here and look in here. Is Ely Pier. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, there's the pier. It's nice, isn't it? So you've got a nice station. You've got a nice pier. Lovely. Let's hope it doesn't burn down. You know what I mean? Piers always have a habit of burning down in the UK. I don't know why. Where was I? I was looking at whether I need another bus service through here, wasn't I? Answer being possibly. If I did do one, what would it look like? I suppose. Not entirely sure. Let's leave it for now, actually, because this area is not necessarily. So if this station, this bus stop, it's not too badly served, I think, actually. So it's okay. We'll leave it for now. Do we want to do another one here? Do we want to have another bus service up here? What do you think? Is there one there? Oh, no, that's the truck service, isn't it? It's not. Oh, no, there is. It's the Estuary Ferry Bus Company. The Estuary Ferry Company East Bus is this side. I get the feeling that's going to get gobbled up. Because what is it? The other side, it's been gobbled up. We'll leave it for now. Big ass pier. Does that mean Estuary Ferry is useless? Estuary Ferry has been... No, because Estuary Ferry is essentially the ferry on the main road. This is like the main road from... it's on the main road from kind of connecting up, going to, Bradshaw. It's the main road. It's arguably the main road to Shanklin. Kind of connects up, goes across the ferry. As is very standard on island nations, the main road, almost, the A road kind of includes the ferry. And the A road comes up, continues through the middle of Nottingley, and then whizzes along here. Shall I put the town names up for everyone's benefit? I realise that not everyone knows this island quite as well as I do, because you're not all weirdos. Yeah, there we are. That's Nottingley, and then it continues up and disappears off towards Shanklin. Anyway, we may, yeah. Should we do one more? Hang on. Nothing's about to happen. We're fine. Everything's fine. So, do I do another one? What about Harrogate? Are there bus services in Harrogate? There are no bus services in Harrogate. I'm going to leave them to it, I'm going to leave them to it. So, let's leave Nottingley and Harrogate for now, but that let's just say there's been a bit of an expansion of bus services in Droitwich. A little bit of bus expansion, that's fine. We're going to do one other thing, which is, we're going to get things moving again. We're going to go up to Maghull. There's Maghull. Here's Maghull. Big old Maghull. Because Maghull does have a tram system. Where is it? Let me just go here. Here it is. Yep, Maghull Tramways. The trouble is, these tramways are... They're basically... That's it. They've decided that they want to integrate... They've got a bus service. They've got a bus system. The Midland Omnibus. It's quite extensive. It covers the city quite well. And actually, they just don't want trams anymore. So we're going to have our first dropping of trams in 1937. I'm going to try and work out how to do this fairly slickly, which is swap these two. Now, 20 vehicles. I mean, it's a lot of vehicles, isn't it? Now, if I replace all vehicles... Now, can I... So I have to do it, in theory, have to do it with a tram. Interesting, okay. No, I suppose what I could do is buy a vehicle from the road thing and then send it to Maghull Tramway, maybe? Or do I need to extend the line to a non-tram bus stop and or like untram a bit? I'm not sure. More buses too from the station massively increases rail usage. Oh, interesting, okay. That's interesting. So the first first thing I want to do is actually send a couple of these to the oldest ones. We're going to send them to where are we? Send them to the depot. And all these others we're going to sell. That's it. it's happened that way. So now what I need to do is work out whether if I click on where is the bus? Oh, I need to make my depots appear. Yeah. That is the road depot. And this is the tram depot, which has got it's here. It's headed for the depot, but it is associated with the depot. So that's it. The reason I've done that will become clear. Some people have saved those trams. They didn't want the trams to just get trashed. They are happy that these trams have... let's have a look. What ones are... Yeah, okay. So this is that version 1, isn't it? Yeah, okay. It's nice. That's... I don't think we have any Stadtbahnhalle trams left, actually. Anyway, what was I waffling on about? I need to select this thing. I need to buy some of these bus-type creations. Let's buy 10 of them for now. We're going to paint them all into this Midland Omnibus blue, and we're going to grab 5 of them, and we're going to send them to, there we go, the tramway, and then send the others to tramway number 2. And that should now mean that these show up as, is it going to work? It's still saying tramway, isn't it? I think I might have to, like, demolish a bit of the tram on it for it to work. In any case, I'm going to select this. There we go. And so that's just to select that and rename these and also make them, you know, they need to be blue, don't they? So let's make that blue and also make this blue. Midland Omnibus. And this is... what is that line? So that is Maghull North. Maghull... what do we call it? Maghull Northern axis, and then let's call this one Maghull Western. I don't know. That's these two. I presume that's what that's doing, isn't it? I've done it the wrong way around, haven't I? Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Good. That's the one that needs to be northern. Fabulous. You're supposed to be setting me right. There we are. Sell the trams first, then buy new buses. Yep, we've got that. That's good. Bye bye, Maghull Tramway. Yeah, RIP. So what I'm going to do, well, first things first is probably just, let's go in here and go to our upgrade thing, and we do, tools, that's it. I want to do this. Yes, machinery. Yes. So I just want to, if I just downgrade, I'll just downgrade this bit on the outskirts of the, oh damn, of course there's a, there we are, just upgrade that bit, and then also, I'm just thinking about what they'd kind of get rid of first, and then maybe just get rid of this bit. Yeah, and then eventually, you know, the kind of the like bits of it will just end up being, you know, they'd end up digging up bits when they do utility work, and just over time, getting, oh, leave that there. Over time, just kind of, you know, you'd end up disappearing a lot of the old tramways. So let's do just that. Leave that to it. That's gone. So we have no more Maghull trams. The trams are gone. Our first loss in terms of trams. So yeah, we have the Midland Omnibus, which is quite a successful little operation, I think. Buses go in all directions. There's like the bus out to Rugeley there, nice little connection to Rugeley. We've got the bus to Stamford down here, Stamford. So buses, this is the 1930s, and buses are already very much becoming a thing. There's no trams. The trams are gone. Take the catenary off, but leave some of the tram track in the road. Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. We'll do just that, and sort of just leave it there, and as a lost relic. I think you're right. We'll pull that catenary down once those two trams are back to, you know, there's a couple of trams. Once they're back in the depot, we'll do just that. There's a few people anyway, right? So that's happened. That's happened in 1937. What else have I got? I've got my checklist. So we're doing that. We've got some various things happening there. I've done that, and oh yeah, I'll show you something else that's been happening. So, as a result of a lot of the, basically there's an understanding that forestry was becoming an issue, and so there's been a lot of new plantation forestry that was planted after the First World War as part of that push for industry, and a lot of it's coming good and mature. So there are large areas now of this of kind of forested monoculture that you can see here. This is sort of Korean. What is it? It's Korean Stuartia in the chat. Let me know. Hello, David. Or David, sorry. Yeah, so anyway, so there's lots of woodland plantation, essentially plantation woodland has started appearing as a result. So, you know, the expansion of the woodland, of the timber industry. So that's interesting. So I want to go and do that somewhere else as well. So we're going to go and do that here on this side of Flitwick, because this is quite a heavy woodland industry and it doesn't kind of look that way on the map at the moment. So what I'm going to do is grab this and go in and actually start just going for it on the just going hell for leather on the old plantation. And how am I going to do this? I think I'm going to do like I think I'm going to do it like so kind of they're planting up here, but I'm going to then do like a boundary, like a land boundary up to actually from here. So like this. Like that. Yeah, maybe straighten off a bit. There we are. Just a bit more straightened off. There. And then I'm basically just fill this in now. What's the strength? Yeah, good. Fine. So this thing kind of auto-rotates. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice little brush, actually. I like it. And actually, these woodland forestry things look so much better when you plant them in amongst. And yeah, there's the native stuff that I'm planting in amongst as well. So I'm just using one tree type for this, so it looks a bit more like a plantation. There's no pine that I can pick, so this is the most sort of wood-looking. It's the only like non-palm tree one that you get when we're in the like our beautiful tropical paradise. What I need to do is probably not entirely bury the railway, but that's fine. There we go, and do that, and some of that, and then do this, fill this in. There we go, there's some plantation, glorious. And also, let's do the same on, I quite like the idea of like, follow this road boundary, and then follow that, and then do some of this. There, and then also, if I'm going to do that, I think I'll do, like, continue that up to here, and up to the beach. What's that? Yeah. There, and fill this in. Am I going to add small deforested areas in the middle of the plantations? Possibly. We'll see. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I just know that I want the island to get a bit more forested, and it's correct with history as well. We'll get to that. So there's more. This isn't the end we'll hear of forestry and managed forestry in the history of our little collection of islands, because there's more to be done in relation to this, much more, in fact. So yes. So there we go. I'm kind of happy with that for now. There's a bit of sort of fairly obvious managed plantation there. I think that's around that bit of timber industry. I think there's another bit of timber industry that's to the north as well, isn't there? There's like timber around, where is it? Yeah, up here. Again, I think, yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about this one up here actually, but it's kind of quite well wooded already. So I might kind of well, let's do it actually. Let's go with something like this. Fill this in. There we are. Fill this in, and there we are. If this annoys you, let me know. But I think it just adds a bit of authenticity. There we are, and I'm gonna just fill in all of this. They've bought the land around here, and they're just reforesting it as part of the timber industry. There we go. Into war timber industry. Okay, it didn't all happen on the 25th of May 1937. It's been happening for a while, but we just haven't sort of, yeah, I've not been paying attention to, hence, it's a bit of, actually, yeah, let's get this on the go as well. There we go. There's some additional, there, marvellous. Okay, so that's happening. There's already woodland there, so that's fine. Yeah, maybe a local farmer stubbornly refuses to sell land and gets surrounded by trees. I think that sort of thing is already kind of happening a little bit over this side. Anyway, so that's happening. Shall we, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just, what is it? It is May. I'm just going to do a little save, just in case we find ourselves, what have we done? We're going to say, Maghull trams no more. Gallifrey Falls no more. There we are. Save. Let's get moving. Let's go and have a look. Where do you want to go and have a look at? I mean, this is now, you know, things are rolling. Our railway map is very much pretty imposing at this point. Ah, look, it's a little suburban service. That's nice, isn't it? What else is going on in our massive city? I mean, it's pretty busy. How is it doing in terms of brick supply? It's amazing how much more goods supply is needed to get goods into Bradshaw. It's quite something. I wonder to what extent the... So we've got a load of new... Lovely Bradshaw, I know, right? Lovely, messy Bradshaw. It's infinite chaos. I want to ship more goods to Bradshaw to make it grow more. How are our little electric trains doing, I wonder? Oh, talking of which, did we have we converted all of our... Are all the trains running here now? Alright. I know we do have some... interesting. There are some that are still... Interesting. So we've got a few that are still the old type. Shall we... Oh. Shall we replace some of those? Let's go back and get our Metropolitan... oh no, I do want to do that. But what I want to do is go down here and select... Yeah, so Met. There's some old Met. Because the plan is, again, to transfer these over to the electrified sort of system over. Maybe it might be too full to replace. I don't think so. Who's thinking that? Keep them. Keep the old trains. No, because they're incredibly expensive and they are not hugely popular because they're aging a bit. What was it? How many have I got left? Just these two, isn't it? This and... Is it just the Mabra ones? It's just those. Yeah, okay. It's time. Oh, what? The thing is, how busy? So how busy are these? Pretty busy. These are maxed out, so these ones... Okay. So these ones are all maxed. So they're fairly busy. So if I'm going to replace these with these new ones in our favourite gold, 1, 2, 3. We need to do it that way. Let's. So this is going to be B37 stock, isn't it? There we are. So let's also just put in B37 suburban stock. There we go. And likewise, ditto, samesies. And what was the other one? It's the other Mabra line, wasn't it? It was the Shildon Mabra. These are also weirdly as busy. So I suppose I need to also make these the same of all three. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Replace those, and they're the same. B37 stock. There we go. There we are. So we've binned off a few passengers actually. Let's see. Maybe it might be too full to replace, which is why I didn't do it before. Oh, I get it. What's the most car-based city? I'd say. That's an interesting point. We can probably view. That's a good question actually. B crossing. Keep getting connection fails. Oh, George, I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully it'll be recorded, so you can catch up later. I'm sorry you can't see it live, George. I'm ever so sorry for that. If we go into traffic, street traffic, let me switch things off again. This should help us see. So street traffic layer, is that gonna... No, that won't help. What might help actually is seeing how many people are relying on... Oh, no, I pressed the wrong thing. Relying on public transport versus private transport. So look for... So the city that's got the most blue on it, Stratford's quite car-focused. Morecambe, very car-focused. What else? Dorchester, Chesterfield, pretty car-focused. Hexham, Frome. You can see this emerging patterns of quite busy road traffic. Like that's busy. That's a this is a busy road. It's quite interesting, isn't it? You see this leap in terms of traffic, and you can see the emergence of the really busy roads there. Actually, it's quite interesting. So they're at 57. Yeah, crikey, that's quite something. And this is, these are the choices to result. This is where the game potentially is quite fun. Is the connection issue my end? Is everyone getting reasonable quality? Is anyone getting decent quality? Like, is anyone getting full HD, or is the connection issue my end? I'll be very upset if the stream quality isn't so good. Feedback welcome. You can see Ely hasn't got much at all. In fact, you can see everyone's seeing it fine. Good, okay. We go to Bradshaw. We go to the South Eastern Transport Commission area, or transport, whatever, CETIC region. The southeast, you can see lots of green and not much blue because public transport is pretty good. So actually, you can see there's decent public transport saturation. There's a bit of traffic here and there, but by and large, you see that this area is not bad in terms of not having, in terms of public transport. Whereas you go to Nottingley is incredibly private transport driven. And how about Hendon? Hendon's probably not great as well. Let's go over to Hendon. There's Framlingham, very blue. Hendon, very blue indeed. But then Haverhill and Bury, not so bad because the trams are pretty exhaustive. So yeah, that's a really interesting question, B Crossing. Thanks, thanks for that. Thanks, Dutoro. Thanks everyone's getting 1080/60. Good. Oh, yeah, okay. Squicklehausen is caught up. Hooray! Yeah, we're just looking at how busy this layer is. Quite good for seeing how for kind of comparing what the success of public transport is. And I think there's a marked, obvious difference when you go down to the area that's got lots of buses. So if I click on this button and click on this, yeah, you can see how many buses there are. All those red lines are the bus services in and around the southeastern region. So that's a huge amount of bus action going on. Huge amount of bus action. So let's keep playing. And do tell me if you want to go, what the things that you want to go and look at and spot. In fact, anything you want a reminder of to see how things are going. Let's have a look at Maghull with all its buses. There's Maghull Station looking pretty rammed, but the service is pretty. It's the island is functioning. It's functioning pretty well. Now that's a good point. So there have been. We've got the. No, that's not where I want to be. I want to be down. Where are we? Down here. There's a forest railway down here that is functioning. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna sell that. And also this. You know, I'm going to sell that too. Yeah. And going this way. Let's sell this as well. Dink. Because the Maghull Jams and Jellies up here have invested in in a big road fleet, so they aren't too interested in that old railway anymore. So if I go and click on here, and then whiz down to where is it? Railways. Thank you. And then if I spot this one here, there is one train still operating. Where is it? Shall we, let's stick with this one and then we can offload it. But this is... Yeah, look at this. End of an era, because this has been reliably shipping a lot of stuff into, shipping a lot of goods, a lot of grain into Maghull Jams and Jellies. Look at this. Oh, look at this. It's nice, isn't it? That's a GNR service going across. It's not hugely busy. No. And there's presumably that's wagon loads of produce being shipped off to, full of jam being shipped off to one of the Midlands cities. I presume so. But yeah, this is just a little this is a light railway, isn't it? This is the which one is this actually? Go on here. This is the it's the Stamford. This is the Stamford Light Railway. This one. It's just a little light railway. There we go. And it is coming in here to ship off its goods, and we're gonna. Once it's done so, we're gonna bid it farewell. Here we go. We're gonna let it ship its goods out first. Yeah. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be an end of an era. August 1937. Oh, nothing bad can happen. Yeah, let's watch it empty its stuff. Look at this. Boom. You can see its industry filling up. Now we're gonna do this. We're gonna send it to the depot. I don't know which depot it's off to, but it is off to a depot. Someone has said, "Oh, let's just, let's not get rid of it." But anyway, that's that. So that's it's another line mothballed. There's this little light railway mothballed. You can see, oh gosh, there's things are waiting for other things. Oh god, what's this doing down here? Is this an express? No, it's not. It's a regional. Okay, good. It's a bit weird that it's sat in the siding, anyway. This thing's brick, and it's heading down to, what is this, Kroll Brickworks. Ah, right, it's the classic brickwork supply. Right, what I want to do is just to make sure that we're spotting any dangerous occurrences of trains getting stuck. I always like to have this one on so I can see what, just in case there's a load of stuff getting snarled up. This looks a bit dubious. What's going on here? Oh, it is moving. It is moving just about. Oh yeah, this was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. That's kind of what's happening. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, flip it around to the... Oh, good point. Yeah, where this. Okay, let's flip it. And then send to depot. Ah, good. That is going to go to that depot. Okay, good point. Thank you, Squicklehausen. That's a helpful piece of advice. So, that's going off that way. Lovely. Marvellous. So that's this little light. And the thing is, because if I click on here, I'm just going to mash all of them for a moment because we're, you know, cash flow in it. If I go on here and click, let's see. Yes, road. You can see there's all these little supply things. These green here, Maghal Agricultural Supply. Little supply company, all shipping lots of stuff to Maghal Jams and Jellies, and they are providing more stuff per minute or per year or whatever it is than the original, than the train used to, and it's more reliable, so on and so forth. Oh yeah, good point. That line does need to go. You're right. So where have we got it? Let's go here. Let's actually get rid of the line. Yeah, sad times. This line. Over time, sit. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I mean, not this relevant. Finances, always pretty good, you know. It's been a pretty reliable, you know, pretty reliable over the years in just shipping stuff. But it's R.I.P. that line. It's gone. It is gone. Yeah, they're starting to ship stuff via rail, but with no trains. Yeah, good point. So that's kind of ended. So yeah, the fate of that railway remains to be seen. What will happen? Will it completely go, or will they maybe reinstate services on it? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's a good point. That train was definitely going to go and jam up a main line horribly somewhere, trying to find its way into a depot. What have we got going on here? Is this interestingly, the suburban stock going up to, I mean, Oldwood is nuts. This station is just, the numbers jumped right up to 1,000 and it's still climbing. Busy station. Busy station. Actually, it's probably worth putting the station layer on as well, yeah, so I can see what's happening in some of these stations. The giant person there means, Jesus, this is a busy station. Thank God there's no big event coming up that'll need extreme food production. Yeah, for reals, right? For reals. November 1937. So what's coming up? What fun stuff have I got to? So I've done that I can tick off. Okay, so that happened actually in that year. Okay, so okay. So yeah, what does anyone want to go and look at? Yeah, Maghal is pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, let's go to Maghal. It's a big old city. See, it's quite nice because this used to be the extent of the bottom. The town used to be that, didn't it, basically? And now look at it. It's expanded out. You've got the towns growing out here. You've got sprawl up here. You've got, yeah, it's all kicking off. It's all happening. You've got and the kind of like, yeah, Highfield now is massive. It's expanding towards the towards that farm. What else have we got going on here? We've got so this old yeah. Anyway, we'll maybe leave that to it for now. Did I decide on names for the remaining islands? Not yet. No, I'm still working on that. For those who've missed it, in the Discord server, there's a tease of the new map. And also an opportunity to get involved in doing the mapping as well, actually, because we've got some people drawing woodland on the map. And, yeah, these various islands, there's some of them that have got towns on them, but there's some that don't, that are quite large, that are getting named by people on the Discord server. I quite liked a couple of suggestions that have come through, so I might go with some of them. But yeah, keep sending your suggestions through. We need more connection to the northern part of Maghal. Let's go to Maghal, do we? Do we now? No, I think the northern part of Maghal is not badly connected. It's got it's got decent bus connections. Yeah, see, and oh, yeah, there's no trams there. It's got decent bus connections through. like ish. So no, I don't think it's in too bad shape. I think we're all right. And it's kind of, it is sprawling. It is very much sprawling. Oh, you mean a road on the left side, a connection through here? Yeah, because there's only really one road connection. It's very true. What year is it? It's 1937. Yeah, you know what? Let me do something like, let me just not forget my rules. But I need to go my ballast. I'm going to go down to 14. And I'm going to, yeah, strength. Just, whoa, that's loud. That's incredibly loud. It's quite loud. Do that. And do this as well. Because, and yeah, you know what? Let's do the whole shebang. Let's just draw this here like this. You all know what's coming. And also, let's work out how can I, yeah, let's go for surface and do, like, what is that? Is it? Yeah, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, okay, fine. And also maybe asphalt. Yeah, let's do that. And then I think what I can do actually is, you'll see what I'm doing in a second. Let's do this. Let's bulldoze rails, and then let's wipe out this as well. We're lifting the track here and here, also here. Lovely. And what I'm going to do is exactly as you might think, which is just build a little road connection through. Now, how am I going to do that? I think what I'll do is, can I do this? Can I get away with this without demolition of people's houses? No, apparently not. Let's do that, and then let's do this. Oh, God. There, that'll do. Oh. There. And then what we're going to do to connect up to... How can we do this? Because obviously the ferry line is still a thing, so we can't kibosh that, but we possibly we can maybe, what have we got here? We can possibly do it. Is there a bus service through here? I don't want to screw the bus service. No, there's not. Maybe we can just do a level crossing over the possibly. It's climbing a bit by that point. What are we thinking? Yeah, so let's just, oh Jesus, no. Maybe we'll just do it this side, so we can just go like sort of. I'm kind of trying to imagine what the sort of construction they might have done, having pulled up the tracks where they'd put those roads. Let's zoom in a bit more because I think that often helps. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then something like that. Yeah. And then I think probably just put a road like this, right? Yeah. And then maybe just do like snapsies, like that. There, that's quite nice. I'll take that. And then I might just do a cheaty and just do this. Yeah, there we are. That's it. It's happening. It's happening that way. We've also got a bit of a grassy road, so I need to go back in here and do this, and then do this, I think. Yeah, there we are. So that's going to get rid of my grassy road. Make sure it's a bit tidier, and then things might start appearing. That gives us a connection, as suggested. Yeah, very nice. Happy with that. And there's a bit of siding still there, and freshly removed. What I didn't actually do was smooth the terrain before I did the demolition of the railway, which is not ideal. But It's fine. Let me do this. Yeah, I think that is what I needed. Yeah, perfect. Oh, there we are. There's the connection. I'll take that. Nice little connection over the other side. Connecting my hull a bit better. Good stuff. Happy with that. Good suggestion. It's December 1937. What's happening? Oh, how are our airports looking? Let's go down to the pretty heftily expanded Minehead Aerodrome here. There it is. Looking quite hefty. Oh, a bit of while I'm here. Let's just tidy. Oh, no, I don't do that. I want to do this. Let's just tidy this up a bit better. There we are. Get rid of some of those rogue bits of grass growing up through the bottom. Let me get rid of this rock as well. Yeah, it's pretty busy. Ooh! What's this? Ooh, can people hear things? What can I hear outside? Anyway, 56 miles an hour. What is this thing? What is it? It's an electric locomotive of some kind. Oh yeah, which gets us over to our... So it's 1938. And actually that reminds me of a thing that's going on, which is... We talked about this a bit, didn't we? So let's quickly go in and have a look at... If I click on here and then click on tools and then this. How much electrification has been going on? The plans. We can talk about the plans for mainline electrification. So the Southern, or the BS&WR rather, has got pretty major plans for electrifying up the Southwestern Joint Railway. They're to the point where they've already done some electrification work through the stations. There we are. There's some, for example, some electrification work through the stations, as you can see there. So they've already started doing some preparation work at some of the stations for electrification. Shall we also say likewise through Wooler? So they've already done some of that prep. There we are. With the intention of trialing electrification, you know, on this main line, actually trialing mainline electric operations. So there's some pretty major aspirations for electrification work going. So they've been doing some of the hard bits. They've started electrifying the spur as well. There we are. There we go. And so there's some pretty major electrification works going on on the Southwestern Joint Railway. You know, some major electrification work. Understanding what's happening at Chesterfield and how they're going to work services out on Chesterfield. So yeah, I know, right? It's exciting. New electric loco. Hooray! Hooray indeed. So that's happening. So that's been happening in 1938. The Southern Railway planning for pretty major plans for their first electrified main line, and they're doing this one because of the fact that it's built quite late. It's got nice smooth grades, so they think it'll be the best test of electric operations. It's mixed traffic as well, so there's quite a lot of freight. It's quite heavily used for freight. So if I go here, you see this is quite a major freight railway. 405 266. It's quite a major freight railway. I think at the junction here there's quite a split. Not a huge amount coming down here. Have a look at our new. Let's go and have a look at our new sidings. They're up here, by the way. Where are they? Yeah. So there's some sidings built here, and then this little branch that connects up to Froome aggregate sidings here. There we are. So you can see the building some brick. I don't know to what extent. How much are they? It's ship. What are they? Oh, the issue is that they're not getting much in the way of stone, or they're not getting much in the way of like how much is being pulled down to. Anyway, I don't fully follow. The Purnell here is sat stationary. Where's the stone coming from? It's coming down here. What's this up to then? Why is it just sat not doing anything? We'll never know. This one is off to collect some stone, presumably. Anyway, not entirely sure what they're up to. Maybe it's the sort of thing of like just build another siding here and connect it up. Take stone up that way. Den on the Move is here. Hello. It's 1938. It's 1938. What's happening in 1938? Nothing. So we've done that. That's gone. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get rid of that. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. So let's see what else. Let's go down. So we're shipping. So when I was talking about lots going on, isn't there? When I was talking about shipping, yeah, here we are. So this is the this is now becoming quite a major. You know, all the trucks coming in here. You can see logistically what's going on. See all these trucks that are taking bricks down to into Bradshaw. Yeah, it's actually, you know what? Let's have a quick look at line. Oh no, I didn't want to press that button. Oh dear. As ever, I kind of want us to admire our handiwork because it's the 30s. It's the glory days, right? Let's go to here and let's have a look at balances and see how badly we're doing. So once again, the Bury to Raleigh stopper, which is only, no, it's 8 trains. Well, that's the issue. Frequency, rate, pretty decent use. Well, mixed usage, and its balance is dreadful. Look how many dreadful balances there are. There are quite a lot doing quite well now, though, as well. And a lot of them look like freight. You see freight, and it's kind of almost like the reality. It's freight that very much, the freight railway propping up the passenger railway, very much a thing. Watch the freight episode of Rail Natter, and that'll make sense. It's got quite nippy in here, actually. Bear with me a second. Well, I tell you what, let's what is it? 1938. Where do you want to sit and watch? Shall we? Tell you what, let's sit in Corby and look at our little junction in action over here. There. Let's do that. No, let's not do that. Let's do this. Oh, what is it again? I can't remember what the H. No, G. What's the interface one that switches the? Is it Alt L? Ooh. The heck is that? Don't know what I just switched on. H, M. No, that's money. N. I've forgotten entirely. B. Ooh. This is exciting. Man, that old jams and jellies line would have been right up there on the heavy hitters list. Oh, in terms of freight, yeah, big time. What's the shortcut to make the? What is it? Alton. I've forgotten. It's been so long since I've done it. What's the thing? Alton B? No, that was the one I just did. What's the alt shortcut to make the interface disappear? U, I. Ooh. Crikey! I don't know what all these fancy things are. All the debug modes. T. Ooh. Oh, D, G. What? No, that's that one. Oh, it's a toggle. I. No, that's not it. Just. No. No, what is it? No. L. No, that's not it. It's very snazzy. What is that? Just the route geometry showing how it should work. That's funky as heck. B does the box thing, and the other one does the routing thing. No, it's not I. What is it? I can't remember. Oh, dang it. It's annoying. Transport fever to hide UI. Hide UI. Oh, G. So that must have been the whole time. Alt G. That's the one. There we go. Thanks, everyone. It's G. Everyone's getting involved. It's G. Let's go in here. Watch our bit of railway in action. What's the nice view? While I go and sort out some. You can look at this slightly like Slender Man looking roundabout road junction type situation. While I go and close my window. Back in a sec. There we go, glorious. I'm actually probably going to order some food in a minute. The stream's not going to end. I'm just going to plan to order some food. I'm not going to do it quite yet, actually. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Right. Let's do this. I'm going to Alt and G again. Jen has questions about this roundabout. The game's not great at roundabouts. Actually, is that true? Because I think there's an automatic roundabout drawing tool, but it's not in the game yet. As in, I don't get it yet. The game doesn't let me have it yet, so I only get it. Yeah, there's not a thing. It's not appeared. There's a tab that'll appear at some point in later period, but it isn't. Basically, this is a road that's been built. It's a bit of a bypass. You know, the road alignment used to do other things, so they built this thing as a it's kind of a 1930s style highway cutting through, and it's also connecting to this new bridge that they built here. There's a kind of a roundabout to nowhere for no reason. It's quite hard to draw roundabouts on here without, and then it's a bit of a grade separated junction, but not quite. And then another big roundabout, kind of a weird shaped roundabout underneath the bridge here, and then it cuts over the railway and provides a connection to another new bit, a wider section again there of kind of 1930s highway, and then it becomes all weavy again and disappears off before we arrive into big old busy Shanklin. Big old look at Shanklin. Big old busy Shanklin with its many stations, all sorts going on. Busy place, Shanklin. How are you doing, Shanklin? Oh, that's a good point. Let's have a look at population. I'm going to pause again while we do that, because I get easily distracted, and then all of a sudden it'll be 1939, which would be an issue. It's an interesting way to end digital carriageway. Yeah, I know, right? But this game, there's only so much you can draw. Yeah, so size. So Bradshaw is hefty, 1,600 people. Then Kingston, Stratford, Shanklin's fourth. Where's Lowestoft? Lowestoft's climbing back up again, actually. Lowestoft's not doing too badly. Haverhill and Bury, as a collective, are pretty big. But by far, Bradshaw is by far the biggest. Yeah, Lowestoft doesn't seem to be doing too bad. It's got a decent bit of expansion down here. Almost absorbed. We've almost got, Hebden Bridge is almost kind of absorbed. It's almost absorbed here. Watch on TV, so your stream is about 30 seconds lagged, so I've probably already moved on when you say something. Yeah, quite possibly. Anyway, so it's quite nice seeing Lowestoft growing. It's growing, it's expanding, it's starting to expand into this reclaimed land, which is nice as well. So it's nice to see this actually getting expanded out. Yeah. What else is going on? There's Kroll over here. You remember Kroll Station? The vastly diminished Kroll Station. It's a bit of a... It's funny seeing it so much diminished, with the platform there without any track next to it and just the through freight lines. It's kind of been massively reduced, doesn't it? And it doesn't look like they've applied much pride to what's left of the station. It sort of feels a little bit like Kroll's being a bit forgotten industrially there, even if it is the 1930s. Anyway, I don't know why I'm not playing. That's it. Let's keep going. Just want to point out, size isn't equal to population. No clue how size is calculated, but it isn't population. Yeah, the game is a bit weird on how it decides some of these things, but anyway. I quite enjoy some of the weird... I quite enjoy some of the random sprawl that the game creates. Yeah, there's more sprawl going on here. Sprawl in all directions. It's all good. Remember this? There's a station we expanded as we remodeled it and had the two tracks here. And we've got this nice... It's nice. Look at this fun island. Isn't it great? This is... Gen on the move. This is the other weird way to end a dual character. Look at this. Strange, isn't it? This is how the game likes to do it. In fact, the game is very weird with how it deals with moving between... Like, it's messy. The game is very messy in how it deals with that sort of road geometry. But there we are. I see some nice forgotten bit there. Anyway, that's Rugeley, isn't it? Beskuckelhausen always cheer me up when I see these two. Look at these. What's about to pop through this little tunnel. Look at this. What's that doing? An absolutely rammed Bradshaw to Stratford stopper there, working its way up through the country. It's April 1938. Look at this. Everyone's happy. That's very 1930s end of dual carriageway. Well, for realsies, right? There we are. It's funny, I would say, do make your suggestions for things that you want to go and look at that we haven't looked at. For example, I want to see how Raleigh Station's looking. So let's go and have a look. There's Wooler, Blackpool, Shepshed, there's Raleigh. It's a massive station, Raleigh Joint Station. It's pretty well used, not like given its size though. Yeah, it's a massive station. Oh, did we entirely? Oh yeah, we got. Oh no, the railway's still there actually. Interesting. Yeah, kind of thought that they would have been got rid of by this point. So there's this old, the old spur. There it is. The old spur into Raleigh. So, it's May 1938, and there are indeed, actually, you know what I need to do is very quickly, don't mind me. Yeah, I'm just going to a Windows folder, because I need to just quickly, I don't think you can see any of what I'm putting on screen right now. Let me just save as, and save as PNG, and do this. There. Nice. Nice. Let's close that. There we are. Marvellous. Good. And ignore the financial situation that's fairly catastrophic, isn't it, in terms of how much money we are pissing away. But you know, you have to subsidise transport. You want to go down to Flitwick? Oh yeah. Oh, some airline action as well. 6 coaches all full is pretty impressive. Let's go down to Flitwick. Let's do just that. Flitwick, which is down here. What's Southport doing? Southport being the head of... You know, I was looking at some of the original videos, and I remember when we like kiboshed some of these roads to build, like this road and this road to build this station. And I mean, the station building has not changed much. And look at Southport. Southport's grown quite a bit. How's Bristol doing while we're up here as well? Oh, Bristol's got a little tower block. There's the station is here. There it is. The station's there. Oh, that's not bad, is it? Southport, Elliotsborough, Shanklin. It's like light industrial. I know it is residential. It really is residential. It's being built next to the harbour, which is, yeah. Let's go down to Flitwick. Here's Flitwick. You can see that it's slightly strange geometry because they've just basically plain lined the S&C approach in. But actually buildings have started appearing in this bit. There's like a little branch of what this used to be station building, and they've now dug up the tracks and placed it's good sidings, but actually it's basically just a road depot that's delivering stuff in and around Flitwick. So there's Flitwick doing its thing. There we are. You can see this it's still a little bit marshy, this area. Remember it was reclaimed a long time ago. It's still a bit marshy, but it's, yeah, and there's the main road going through, and here's Leighton. There's the original, yeah, the old Leighton station here, from the original branch, but it's sort of pretty overgrown, but it still seems to be shipping brick to places. There you go. Your suggestions to go and look at things, very welcome. Oh yeah, let's see some airline action. Actually, let's have a look at, there's a little, let's go over to, where is it? No, it's here, yeah. Let's see how popular, it's interesting, isn't it? Look at this, look how popular Airfield Airport is. There's a big old collection of people waiting to pull into Airfield Airport here. Which is, yeah, surprising, isn't it? Yeah. It's getting equipment, it's getting machines from, just knows where it's... Oh, it's getting machines by boat. It's, anyway. It seems to be growing, though. Arcfield seems to be growing, which is, turn up for the books. It's got its little grassy airfield here. Very nice. Yeah, let's do... So there's some aircraft. Actually, wait a minute. Was there another... What aircraft have we got? Have we got... If I go to here... Type... No, that's not... Cargo. No. Yeah, we could pop it in a Junkers, actually, couldn't we? Should we do it? Should we, so if I go here, I feel like these Halewood, they're gonna go for a swap out the Junkers, aren't they? Let's face it. Actually, while I'm there doing that, let's switch that off, and then switch that on and have a look. So, Archipelago Aviation Company is still operating quite a few Junkers. We've got some little aircraft bobbing over to, where is that going? It's to Biggin Hill from where? Biggin Hill to somewhere else. Is it Biggin Hill to Uckfield? Ah, it's just a little aircraft coming in here. Yeah, okay. Lowestoft to Biggin Hill. What's this? Lowestoft to Cleasby. Oh yeah. And then we've got East Coast Airlines with its aircraft that's operating. It's operating some shiny Dakotas. So that's yeah, it's pretty good. But by and large, it's still the older Junkers that's the mainstay. There's the Halewood Company. Oh, let's swap these out with the old Junkers as well. I think the Halewood Company is going to be doing a bit more transporting, I think. There we are. Marvellous. Let's see. How busy would I say the airline is at this time? So in reality, the airline industry was, I mean, doing very well. The 1930s was arguably the glory days for the airline industry. You know, planes were the most luxurious that they ever were and ever will be. Very, very, very luxurious. But everyone who flew got a luxury service because it was like hyper luxury. You know, it's like 2 months, sort of 2 months salary or more to fly. But even in the 1930s, and also, if you want a nice little potted history of the airlines, where is it? Oh, yeah. Golden Age of air travel is well worth a read. Shall I go big face? I'm gonna go big face. Yeah, I'm gonna go big face. Yeah, big face. Golden Age of air travel by Nina Hathaway. It's a Shire Library book, and it's got some, you know. So, for example, if you want to see what the interior of aircraft looked like at the time, actually, this is quite a nice picture. So, no, I want to do this. There we are. This is the 50s. That's no good. Lovely, lovely. That's the Graf Zeppelin. That's no good. No one cares. Glamour and comfort. They are. So, there's lots of these as well. Flying boats are everywhere. If you want your little history lesson, flying boats are absolutely everywhere. So that's luxury. But it really was. It was all about silver service, and I can't quite see what I'm. Oh, I can see. Yeah, like silver service, luxury, super luxurious. The 1930s really was like pretty luxury. So yeah, there you are. It's a good book. Strongly recommend that one. There, pop that away. And make my face go away so that you can look at a computer game, which is more entertaining, right? So there you go. Might want to... I'm not sure, but you should try adding a little shuttle from the station, says Lorenzo. I think the problem with Uckfield Airport is that people choose to go all the way using public transportation or all the way private. Yeah, that is an issue. No, there is a bus actually already, so if I go over to Uckfield, you'll be pleased to know that unfortunately, they don't do drive to the airport. They only do 100%. 100%. So there's this bus here, look. It's West Coast Motors Limited in Uckfield Airfield. So there's a little bus there. Actually, is it it's not a hugely profitable outfit, to be honest. Anyway, I wonder if the term, that term had anything to do with the Silver Service Streamliners in the US. Ooh, quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, well, I kind of said this last series. The benchmark of first-class quality. No, I said it, I think, when I was running around the museum. The benchmark of what, in the 1930s, the benchmark of first-class glamour was the railways. It was the Pullman cars. It was the silver service on trains in Europe, the Orient Express, and then some of the high-quality services across North America as well. And that's what the airlines were emulating and competing with. They picked that up and they ran with it, and they went bonkers on it. So, yeah. Absolutely. There we are. There's Gisborne looking busy. So yeah, if you so B Crossing, there is. If you go back through the episodes, you'll see that episode something or other, there was war, but I'm sure there's not going to be another one of those anytime soon. It's fine. Everything is peaceful, right? So, oh dear, oh golly indeed. So right. I mean, I'm losing track of what I'm supposed to be doing. What do people want to go and see? They want to go and see Oldwood Junction again. Oldwood Junction doing its thing. It's just busy. There's just a lot of stuff going back and forth. But it's busy, but it's also quite like, how much stuff's going through this little tunnel? What's waiting? What's this waiting for? Oh dear. What is that? What is that? Stopper. Harrogate to Kingston. That is a thing. It's a Harrogate to Kingston stopper. Which means that's waiting to go. Where is that waiting to go? Where is that waiting to go? Oh, it's off. Because this is now held up to go off towards. Yeah, okay. There's a lot going on. And that in turn, yeah. So there's a lot of. There's already getting some congestion because Midland Brickmakers is pumping out the clay stuff. What are the standards for platform lengths? Are they super fractured or fairly uniform? Oh, what do you mean on the island? They're fairly uniformly 160 meters on this island. Yeah. There are a few longer ones on some of the intercities, but they don't really exploit them. Most trains just stick to 160 metres. It's 80 metres for most of the suburban network around Bradshaw. Have we got a connection yet? We're waiting for the moment where these two towns merge into one, right? That's exciting. Also, how used is this station? We've got some of the if any of the least used station list people want to go and explore those, then yeah, let me know. Now, what's this? Bradshaw tools. What's this? Kingston to Bradshaw equipment. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yes, there's the ship canal. It's like the extension of the canal. There's a canal built, a big ship canal built to extend into a harbour. So there's a harbour within the interior of Bradshaw. It's a huge bit of civil engineering work quite a long time ago. Oh, how popular is our little how popular is North Minehead, given that this is like the main way to get to the airport? Not very. Presumably it's because everyone's taking the bus or the tram. How busy is this tram? Not hugely busy. Bus. It's not even, the bus isn't even that rammed. You know, how busy is... Oh yeah, that is fairly busy. It seems to be surging. And there's a lot of aircraft coming through there. Anyway. Munich agreement has just been signed. I know, right? 38. Oh, golly. Well, that's fine, right? Also, town is expanding this way, which is also, I also find interesting. There is this little branch line as well, which is, you know, this little siding, which is, you know, lots of little assets like that that sort of are there and they're not bothering anyone, so they're left to it. Oh, some large buildings building up on Old Kingston Road as well, by the look of it. And of course, the urban sprawl is. It's nice that the Metropolitan Station is now very much like serving quite a large residential area, whereas before it was kind of almost right on the edge of the city, wasn't it? Are the cargo ships set up so they turn around just when they're empty? I don't know. I can't remember. There's a variety of different cargo ship setup that I've got. The ways I've got it set up. October 1938. Oh my goodness. So things are getting a bit heated. If we go a bit Hearts of Iron 4, things are getting a little bit spicy politically around, and as a result of that, yeah, as a result of that, there's some machinations going on. There's some nervousness happening. Zandovich is here, acting as a historian. Absolutely. Yeah, you might notice I've not really done much over the last, because not much is happening. The railways through the late 30s were just kind of getting on with it. There were plans and there were station upgrades and things were happening, but actually, by and large, yeah, world tension 100%. By and large, there wasn't a huge amount. You know, the infrastructure and stuff was delivering. It was doing what it needed to do. So, yeah, and you know, there were plans for expansion. There were plans for electrification. You know, expansion of electrification, but nothing coming to fruition. And so this Paignton's also got huge. Look at the size of Paignton. Paignton with its sort of, it's got its new station. How well used is Paignton Midlands? It's not bad, is it? It's pretty hefty growth actually. Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. World tension 100%. So it's November 1938. So everything's fine. Yeah, the politicians on the archipelago are kind of the British Empire governor is of this little I think it's a protectorate. Yeah, it's a little it's a protectorate. A British protectorate is what I would dare say this little collection of islands is. If we're gonna, thing is you get more precise with how history. Basically, history gets more. You have to be more precise, and everything gets a bit more. You know, so I've had to develop quite a detailed. I have now developed quite a detailed history over the next. You know, 50, 60 years on our little archipelago, because I have to, because it becomes quite fiddly and precise and interrelated, and so to make sure it all kind of makes sense, I've had to track out. So you'll be pleased to know that there is actually some level of structure, although a lot of the stuff I'll still be vibing on what the results are. I have created the skeleton of history between now and actually pretty much the present day of our little collection of islands. So I don't know whether that annoys you or intrigues you, but that is the situation. I have had to do that just to sort of make the series work going forwards. It was kind of fine for broad brush Victorian history when I could be a bit generic, but things get very precise and things happen very quickly in the latter part of the 20th century. So anyway, I waffle. Right. Why am I back in lower stuff? Where am I going? Tell me where we're going to go next. Folks, your feedback as to what we should go and look at next. There's a nice little pier in the form of Morecambe. Lovely. There we are. And then Stratford. Lovely Stratford. With its still quite elegant, but slightly widened, but still quite elegant station throw. This, as we've discussed, the game, you can't really do British station throws very well in this because everything's quite, you know, the number of the train frequency is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So you need, so you basically need to have like really wide throats. People want to go and have a look at Haverhill. I reckon this is all just waiting around for something major to happen. I don't know what you're implying, frankly. Let's go over to Haverhill. There's Wakefield, and then let's go down here to Haverhill. There it is. How's our little like road bridge going? It's like this thing that got built. You remember? And there's the little severed road down here. Yeah, it seems to be functioning quite nicely. Yeah, lovely. It's busy, isn't it? Crikey, busy. Very busy. Busiest stations and their main destinations. So, ooh, is it a new bus? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, new bus. It's 1939. Good grief. Actually, the stats. So B Crossing, you can go and have a look at the stats, which are on the Discord server, and you'll enjoy going through those. In fact, we did that in the previous couple of episodes. If you go back through the previous episodes, there's some good stats episodes that where we look at the busiest stations. That should be quite interesting for you. So, yeah, I'd recommend that because it's 1939. Now, that new bus, should we roll the new bus out? What's the difference in stats between that bus and the other bus? It's 1939. Everything's fine, I'm sure. Absolutely, definitely fine. Right, so let me do this. So yeah, so okay. I'm just checking out my potted history. So I'm going to go over here because there's more. The electrification of the Southwestern Joint Railways is continuing. So let's do a bit of that for starters. So, for example, let's link right up to the. Let's just do a bit of this and a bit of this and this. Yep, get that all done and do the junction because that's what you do. Lovely. And this last bit here as well. Decent amount of electrification. They've extended this a bit further north. There, lots of sort of lovely. What have I got left to do? This, lovely, and also this, and that, marvelous, and yeah, okay, and yeah, that'll do for what they've been making progress on. What was I? Oh, it's quite a bit faster. Ah, interesting. Okay, now. Pause for a moment. Do we want... I'm interested to know what the cost would be. If I go here... Actually, I'm going to do it this way. If I do this, switch that off, go buses, and then go... Where are we? SETC. There. If I select... Oh, golly. Yeah, to this. And then if I select... So it's this compared to... It's they've all got the double-decker, so it's 31 compared to 22, 31 miles an hour. Carries one passenger fewer. It's got a faster loading speed, reduced emissions. Are we doing it? Shall we go for the big investment, or shall we hold off for now? What do you think? What are you thinking, folks? Actually, there was pretty major bus investment through the 30s, so maybe. There's a lot of mediocre in here. I tell you what, let's go through and just let's pick off just the mediocres and we'll swap with the new ones. So let's go with there we go, and let's swap these out with the new one. So the ones that are in mediocre condition, we shall swap with the new one, replace. So those will be in very good condition. They're a very nice shiny bus. Let's go and have a look. What do these look like? Actually, I'm curious. Oh, look at that. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like it actually. Quite like the vibe. Very nice. Let's see what that does for our lovely region down here. Big investment. Do we like the Germans right now? Well, you know, we're given where the archipelago is, which I haven't told any of you yet, but I know where it is. Probably don't have a huge amount of choice. Anyway, right, let's continue with history, shall we? It's February 1939. Everything's fine. Nothing's a problem. It's all fine and good. Wait a minute. Let me just check this. Lovely, lovely. So where else are we going to have a look at? Tell me. There we go. There we are. So, now, because there is decidedly vicious stuff going on, the archipelago has taken upon itself to start doing some surveying. Now, why might they be doing that? They're doing some surveying for constructing some new airfields. So they are looking around the archipelago and understanding where they can place some new airfields. Given the fact that the air war is now, you know, there is very much a feeling that the air superiority is critical for, particularly for an island nation, air superiority is critical. There's an immediate knowledge and feeling that the current mixture of airfields around are just not enough. They are not enough. March 1939, everything's fine. Germany's very busy at the moment, making a mess of quite a lot of Central Europe. Anyway, right, tell me where you want to go. Who else is saying things? Haverhill, we kind of looked at Haverhill. Got these nice, look at these nice, I always like these engine sheds. They look nice, don't they? It's a shame there aren't turntables in this. Turntables would be very satisfying. I'm sure there are in terms of like non-vanilla assets, but oh yeah, how many people are using Donald Wood, actually? That's a good question. Really not that many, is it? It's just, yeah, hardly any at all. There we go. Right. Is that a tram? Yeah, it is a tram. Oh god, I just realised how hungry I am. Has it been mentioned yet? Well, there's certainly heightened tension globally. That's a thing that has absolutely definitely been noticed. Oh, what was that? Oh, there's a plane touching down. Very nice, isn't it? Lovely. Actually, this is Bury Aerodrome. Oh, it is getting busy, isn't it? Good grief. Good grief. The meat wholesalers, what are they getting? They're not getting quite as much as I'd have expected, actually. Anyway. How much is this shipping at? Oh, a decent amount. Okay, that's not too bad. Why don't I temporarily create some aircraft use? So I'm in two minds about like contriving. I'm in two minds about contriving to like create things specifically for. Well, I mean, I say that. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I tell you what, we'll see. There's definitely a ramping up of. There's definitely a feeling of, well, the archipelago is like, well, you know, we're not planning on getting involved. It's fine. I'm enjoying the chat. Yes, there is something approaching. It smells fishy, doesn't it? No, everyone, tell me somewhere you want to go and have a look at. There's quite a lot of island, and we've not explored all of it yet. So, any places you've not seen, it feels like ages. To be honest, I'm enjoying exploring. So you telling me to go and explore is nice because I've missed some of these places. So like Corby with its funny big straight road at the bottom that seems to be filling up. Also, like Bridport is. How has Bridport got so big? It's got such a poxy station. I mean, I suppose it's possibly expanded as a result of the bus service here, but the bus service isn't even that great. Yeah, interesting. So there's Stamford. So what other? No, the question is what other places are Lowestoft. So if we go to Lowestoft, has Lowestoft got any buses actually? Doesn't, does it? It's all trams, isn't it? Is it? Click this now. Yeah, it's all tram. CCC Limited. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, CCC Limited. Cripes. Bridport probably needs a port to be named after it. Yeah, I mean it's not. Let's go with in canon. Let's go with the fact that I don't know. You're right. It's not. It doesn't make any sense as a name. You're right. Probably should have renamed it Westminster. Westminster's over here. Westminster's just this island up here. Oh, I've done this thing. I'm getting worse during streams of like not talking. No, not breathing properly, and then I get the yawns. Remotest town. Oh yeah, some of the isolated island ones are pretty remote. I think Oban's not great. Portsmouth. What? There's some other island. There's some other island stuff over. Where is it? There's another one down there. It's not this way. It's up here. Where is it? I'm sure there's another. Yeah, Halewood doesn't get that much. Although saying that, Halewood gets boxes because of the Halewood company. It's down here with its own airfield, I'll point out. Yeah. It's May 1939. Everything's fine. Is there any obvious congestion? Everything seems to be moving all right. This bit of line, the bit of the Great Central, is so busy. It's still pretty clogged. I mean, there is... It's definitely still congested, isn't it? There's definitely still a congestion happening through there. Yeah. Some interesting characters hanging around Westminster. Yeah, absolutely. There we are. Now, what's... This all seems to be flowing all right. Part of me just wants to generally make sure that everything's functioning, that there's not any weird snarl-ups. This... Which is fun. Everything seems to be functioning all right. This is the what is this? This is the Shildon to Ely service, and there are not many people using it at all. That's the Shildon to Bradshaw service. Oh, yeah, going up to Bradshaw Metropolitan. Good services. Look at all this good stuff going back and forth. So this is still a lot of timber coming out of there, and I mean Shildon is also massively expanding up the side of this hill. Where'd it go? Good grief. Yeah, look at that. Getting to the point where, like, a metro station, like a station here, might not be such a crazy idea. Yeah. Also, one of the things that it's such a weird alignment that I'm sure the railway companies must be looking at a plan to sort of ease this funny kink, because it doesn't make any sense. Oh, bye, Jen on the move. Bye. Oh, Master Trams is off as well. Off for dinner. I'm very hungry, and those are good ideas to go and have dinner. Yeah. I suppose I could have advanced time a bit more for this is the freight coming through here. This is not too bad congestion-wise, which is surprising because there's a lot going through. And again, look how busy Shildon Metropolitan is. It's quite something. It seems to be working though. Like there's a decent-ish flow of traffic through. Yeah. This is now Shildon maybe going that way. I like this bit a lot. I really like this this like gentle arch, consistent but gentle arch coming through across the town. It's just really satisfying. Really like it. I'm so pleased about how much railway there is in and around Bradshaw. It's so satisfying. This is very much slow telly, isn't it? You know, it's here to be slow telly. Hackney Junction. Interestingly, diminishing popularity. I don't know why that is. I don't know. Kind of difficult to put finger on why that might be. Anyway. Yeah, strange. What time is it with me? It's 20 past 7. About 17 minutes past 7. How much is this getting used? Is it? It does get used a bit. It's not much. It's like a surprising lack of the MV Bradshaw with one person on it there. Yeah, crikey. So Shildon, it's just was down here. So this is Shildon, Victoria, which is a pretty massive station. You can see they've got this nice paving outside. Lovely like paving they've got going on. Which is very pleasant. What's that? It's a bus. It's an empty bus. That's a good point. I'm curious to see how the buses are doing. So if I go to buses. And then go with, let's just do that. Let's get it ordered by alphabet. Let's have a look at the different bus companies and how they're doing. So there's that. So okay, ignore that. That's a bus company, and they seem to be mostly not doing very well. That's Flitwick. Interesting. A lot of GNER stock manoeuvring stuff there. Halewood company. There are. mag hull, agricultural supply. Right, here we are. So Midland Brickmakers. Sorry, Midland Omnibus. They don't seem to be making a tremendous loss, but also... Yeah, you know what we're going to do, actually? Manage vehicles, because these will still have a decent amount of value. So I'm tempted to go like this. Nope. Like this. Has that worked? Oh, I can do this, actually. It gives me a bit more space. I'm tempted to do this, and then do this and this. And swap them out for the new ones to... There. So Midland Omnibus now has nice shiny new buses, and actually, maybe I'll do that for the. So I was looking at profitability, wasn't I? So that's them. They're a mixed bag of profitability. Now, PBC is not great. Yeah, and then Cetic is like a mixed bag. There's like. Can see there's like some that are quite a lot that aren't profitable and a few that are. Mostly not profitable though. Interesting. Reform inbound. Oh look. Wait a minute. What's the date? What is the date? Yeah, not sure. Let me just go in here. Just go in here. Go into this. And then do this. And then because bad things have happened. Folks, we are once again plunged into war. The Second World War has, well, rather, the British Empire has just entered the Second World War against Nazi Germany. And as a protectorate, that means that the archipelago is now at war, which is... that's an interesting date I just spotted as pausing on. And it means things are happening. That means lots of things are happening, right? So, firstly, lots of surveying for new airfields is now they're panicking and stepping that up because all of a sudden there's a feeling of like, oh gosh, we are pretty exposed out here in the water. The other thing that's happening is, well, for starters, let's pause momentarily because immediately something happened. Immediately once the war started, and that is that. Well, let's go down here and go to our lines, and then go to aircraft. The immediate thing that happened. No, I didn't want that to happen. Maybe let's just do it this way. It's possibly easier. The immediate thing that happened was that the various airlines, or this happened in Britain. The various airlines were all amalgamated into a single one, and in this case, it is the Archipelago Aviation Company is going to... let me just... The Archipelago Aviation Company is essentially taking over the whole lot. They are laying... The whole thing is being merged into being Archipelago... Is that right? Is that what I called it? I'm now relying on the history that I've written, and this is some of the earliest stuff, because I wrote it a long time ago. Yeah, the Archipelago Aviation Company, basically, they merged the whole lot into one. Which means that... East Coast Airlines is no more. It is now the Archipelago Aviation Company. There we are. That won't cheer any of them up. There we are. Let's rename that to this. There we are. Lovely. And ditto. There. Grand. But the thing is, because all the best aircraft are red, they're going to change the company colour from being that nice colour to being this... Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll see. Basically, they've now changed all this, and this is what happened in real life. So this is where BOAC appeared right as the war started, because there was a nervousness about guaranteeing the safety of flights during a world war. So they merged it, and so that's what's happened here. They've merged it into the Archipelago Aviation Company, and what can we do? Let's change. Let's change. They're all going to change to this nice blue color. Fine. So we can keep an eye on them. All right. Do that and do this. Marvelous. Grand. Change it all to blue. The aircraft, they're not going to repaint the aircraft in the middle of a war, so the aircraft will stay exactly the colour they are. But just so we can keep an eye on it, that's we've now renamed all of that stuff. So lovely. So no, the game has not crashed. There we are. Oh, so let me close that. So that's done. The next thing is that where are we? Let's see. Let's go for all of our stations. Oh, you can't filter blinking stations, can you? Ugh. Anyway, right, I have to go around and find all the... So, Aberdeen Aerodrome is now... This is now going to be A.A.F. Aberdale. These have all now been claimed. They're all now being claimed to be military airfields. So, likewise, this is going to be Archipelago Air Force Minehead. There we are. Lovely. Let's do that. And well, there are some others elsewhere, aren't there? There's another one. There's one over in... Actually, let's go to the one up here. There's one here. This is A.A.F. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna I'm alt-tabbing again so I can get something up, which I need, which is in here, which is going to be very slow to open because it's a very large map. Golly, don't mind me. I'm dreadful at doing computer game streaming, everyone. Why do you watch these? Click this. Get to enjoy Hearts of Iron 4 a little bit, though, which is nice, isn't it? Now, I just want to get rid of all of... Oh, my goodness, this is... I don't know why this has got so slow of late. I presume it's because a lot of very large images are in it now. There we go. I just want to get that up there so that I can zoom in on it, so I can know what things are called, so that I can name things correctly. Don't worry about that. That's fine. There we are. AAF North. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Oh, actually, I want you lot back. You've gone. You're back. Good. AAF North Hendon. We are slightly strangely named, but that's what it's going to be. Where else is there an airfield? There's an airfield up here, which is AAF. Why am I doing this? Because it's, you know, stuff. It's everything, the ownership change of everything. We are. What else have we got? There's another one down. There's Cleasby. So there's AAF Cleasby over here. A.A.F Cleasby. Grand. What else? And tell me where the other airfields are. There's Biggin. This is a good one. Ah, AAF Biggin Hill. That sounds familiar. Interesting. Lovely. Has the chat died? He's still there. It's all gone very grand. There we are, and just go in, mash this. AAF upfield. Yeah, lovely. Just make sure I've got the live chat. YouTube's still a bit buggy, isn't it? It's struggling with all the numbers. I think that's all the airfields, isn't it? Have I done them all? World, report back to me if I've missed any, but I think that's all of them. I think we're up to date. Oh, everyone's here. Good, you're still here. Lovely. Chat is a live indicator. Many thanks, everyone. I'm glad that you're all still watching and wondering what's going on. Let's pause before other things happen that I can't keep on top of. So the Archipelago Aviation Company has been running, and yes, somewhat. So all of those nice plans of electrification have been somewhat paused because it's the war. So some of the other things that you'll see happening is, oh golly, war effort and efforts. So, for example, suddenly things like infrastructure getting lifted that was previously planned to just sort of be left in situ, you'll find things getting lifted for hashtag reasons. So if I get my ballast up, yeah, there we are. There we are. Just do that. Do this. There we are. And a bit of... And also you... And... to this. Oh, it's very grand, isn't it? The Hearts of Iron 4 music. Very grand indeed. Because this... yeah, this is getting lifted. So... lifting rails for use elsewhere, for repair, for general. Yeah, it's gone. So this is it's another railway being demolished and going, Actually, I just want to do a little thing here because this is quite common to see this to avoid the faff of. Yeah, there we are. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this and then do this and then get rid of the. There. To avoid the faff of getting rid of stuff digging up the tarmac. There we are. There. Out of curiosity, would a switch be removed or welded shut with the removal of a spur? You'd often lock them off. So if there was, say, a turn, say you know, there's a turnout connection, you'd often then lock that turnout off. Yeah. So actually, it's interesting, isn't it? Because that kind of acts as a bit of a. I wonder if that's useful or if it's going to cause headaches. But that's actually technically kind of an interesting connection down into the. Yeah. They might find themselves doing this sort of thing. Let's pop in a. No, let's just do this. 25. Yeah, there we are. Oh. 25. There. Good. It's quite interesting, isn't it? It's like now a connection through into from going on this line down. Oh, there isn't because I don't think there's a connection here. So if I do this, alright, fine. That is now a connection. Hopefully, no lines are actually using it. Let's just check. But that's yeah, there is now a connection between there. So that's kind of justifying its existence by now being a connection between those lines for potential wartime resilience. People are asking if any trains are going to get painted black. Not for now. Not for now. It's definitely, yeah, in terms of the way things are working out, there's definitely needs to be a bit of... right, what else is going on? So we've named all the airfields. We've got, you know, shipping's kind of doing its thing. We have... Is that... What's this? Oh, yeah, there's... I mean, shipping very much is doing its thing, so there's ships galore. Yeah. We've got the air. So yeah, it's October 1939. The next thing that we have to. Okay, so that's kind of getting on with itself. Let me just tick. That's fine. This is all exciting in a very dark way. Yeah. What else is happening? So we need to make sure that freight. So what I want to do is make sure is have a look at how much freight is being shipped in here and whether it's. So the charts. Hopefully this is now increased. We should see more being shipped in here. Yeah, good. So I've now got quite a lot of different lines coming here. So we've got Blackpool, Frome, and what's that? That's stone still coming in from Richmond. And what's that? That's shipping out to... yeah, okay, that's shipping the stone. Where is that shipping stone? What's that doing? That's taking it... Butterley brick sidings to Midland. Oh, it's going from Butterley. Okay, right, yeah. Oh, what? Is Midland bought... No, it's Butterley. It's Butterley brick sidings. It's... Oh, yeah, the Midland brickmakers bought Butterley, so they actually now have Butterley. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that's what's happening. So basically there's 4 different sources of brick coming here, dropping brick off, and then it's filling up. So this is I think this is the one that's filling up different parts of. Yeah, this is going to all the towns in the region, but this one is. It's not quite as much as I'd like. This one is shipping. It's all individual set parts of Bradshaw, so it's shipping to Bishop's Row, Bradshaw Centre, Bradshaw. What's that? Harbour? Yeah. Mill Lane, South Road, South Swindon, and Trevithick Square. So it's all the places that have brick demand. But my logic when setting this up was basically to take all of the stuff, like take all the bricks and ideally maximise the amount of brick that I can get into Bradshaw to try and maximise the amount that it grows. Is it working though? I don't know. I think all my brick trains are getting snarled up because that number's got smaller, not bigger. It should be larger. As for tools, how is our... Let's have a look. This is 1939. How is our tool supply doing? It's not getting enough stuff, is it? There's not enough plank arriving. Well, frankly, it's not good enough, is it really? So let's get this set up with a... there we are. pop that there. $60, $50, $40, $30, $20, $10, $8. There we are. Right. Let me just do something like this. Yeah. And then maybe 30. And maybe if I just slam that in there. Okay. So that's the sawmill. That's one end, and we want that to take the planks up and drop them off up here. So let's just for now do just like a drop off, right, like this. Shall I maybe do it? Yeah, maybe just do it this way, because then they can come in here and queue up there. That's fine. And also we're going to need a road depot to actually. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Just need a building. Oh yeah, that'll do. Actually, if I can do it so that it's sort of. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm just going to straighten out there. Let's do something like. Yeah. No, maybe not. Just need. Let's do it the other way around. Let's do it up here and fit it in with. Yeah, that's better. Just want it. There we go. There, marvelous. Let's go with Sheldon Tool Company, and then go in here. Rename this Sheldon Tool Company Work. Works. There we are. Marvelous. So let's buy in. Let's grab. We want some cargo. So we want the stuff that's going to carry planks, which is this. Wait, no. Oh, it has to go in here. Oh yeah, I know why that is actually. So we're going to have, to be honest, we're going to go with 10 of these to start with, actually. And we're going to dump them onto the line that we haven't created yet. Let's minimize that. Let's go with this. And let's place new line from... We need to maximize the stuff that's going to Bradshaw. That's like plan... That's like thing number one we need to do is maximize the materials that are going into Bradshaw. And then it's going to go up here to this place up here. We're going to collect. We're going to load there, and then we're going to drop there. Good. And yeah. Now what color? Nothing, because it's okay, fine. And this is not Stanley Road. This is Sheldon Tool Company. Let's just rename that as such. And then this is also Sheldon Tool Company. Planks. Marvellous. Good. And I also want to not have the bright blue. That's why I want to make the bright blue go away. Let's just make it orange. Orange. Okay, that's fine. So then I can then go to here, and then I can go here, and then I can go orange. And they should now, theoretically, should now all, first let's make them all orange. They should all now be shipping, eventually we'll start shipping planks. Other question, of course, is is there enough wood? Is there actually is there a wood thing down here? Who's got the map up? Who's got the what is that? That's a tool factory. Okay. So that's getting. It's not even receiving enough planks as well. This is an issue. So that for some reason, this is an incredibly busy line full of many trains full of planks that seem to just not be doing the business. Rubbish. We shall fight on the P-way. This is Harry, a speech from Harry Scorer. We shall fight on the P-way. We shall fight on the S&C. We shall fight on the great separated junctions and in the jam and jelly factories. We shall never surrender. That sort of thing, right? Yeah, okay. What else is going on? Well, not much, because that needs to get working. I need to work out why there's no trees are arriving in our. Yeah. Is this full of? I get teary listening to this tune because it's like there's so many good tunes in the Hearts of Iron 4 soundtrack. It's a cracking soundtrack. It's a good game. Actually, it's chaos, and I'm feared to go back and play it again, because basically you have to play it religiously, otherwise you forget how everything works. To be honest, I feel like that with like Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to go back to play that at some point, and I'm going to have forgotten all the... Basically, I'm going to play it vicariously through Dina. I'm going to convince Dina to play it as... I'm going to get Dina playing as Arthur, and that'll be a delight. Right, what else is going on? It's nearly 1940, so it's high time we started looking at... where are we? Are they moving, by the way? Have they started driving en masse? They have, yeah, good. Sounds like a 4-engine prop bomber, doesn't it? Don't really know where that... Did that vehicle, like... Did Lily just, like, disappear and reappear? It's shifty war stuff. That's going into a red leather... A brown leather-bound thing that's going to disappear. Yeah, Hearts of Iron 4... Yeah, I think watching people do good playthroughs is probably quite satisfying for Hearts of Iron 4, because it's, like, an intimidating game. Although, I suppose, also frustrating. It's a very intimidating game to keep on top of, really. Look at this, it's nearly 1940, folks. It's nearly 1940. Actually, you know what I need? Possibly need to do like a census. So I need to do a census save game, don't I? On the 1st of... Oh no, I do the 1st of 41, don't I? Anyway, it's fine. Right. So, it's 1940. We need to start looking at where we're going to place these airfields. So, let's do this. We've got an airfield. Where the heck are we going to play? Let's work our way around. Where are we going to put some airfields? Because they need to build quite a few, basically. I need to think about where they can fit. Let's think. This is one of the things. What else is going on in... much is happening on the island. Yeah, okay, right, so... can I fit one here? That's the question. It's a bit hilly. Oh, it's probably a good idea to switch this on, isn't it? That'll help. Thing is, it doesn't make the contours very... You have to really zoom in before it shows all the other contours, which I have to say is basically annoying and useless. Yeah, that's too hilly. Okay, fine. Where else can we shove one? This side, maybe? How about here? Like, yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? Right, that'll do. What is this? This is going to be... let's see. Let me zoom in a bit. There we go. It's going to be... Oh, you know what I should have actually just put up? Is get rid of this. And say this is actually... I should get the... I should actually get the map up here. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to put it on this tab. I'm going to get the Archipelago map up that I spend so much time saying is a good idea. I'm also going to pause that. Now, I'm whizzing back to the Archipelago map. Oh, it looks so good. Right, names. No, yes, names, lines, terrain. There, good. Good. Right, I'm zooming in so I can see things happening. Oh, I want satellite, not terrain. There we are. So that was... Where did I just place that? Place it down here. Okay. So that's there. That is in... let's hope... Okay, so this is going to be... A.A.F. Hove. Yeah. Hove. Oh, except that it does that weird thing where it, like... Yeah, anyway. Right, and also I want to do this and get rid of this. See how that makes it function. See how this then... and then configure this. So, hanger... If I put a hanger, like, at this end and then demolish that one. I'm kind of interested to see how these airfields will look if I, F. Hove. Let's just copy that in case it does screwy things again. So that, I'm just kind of interested to see how the game plays when I, how it deals with placing random airfields around. Let me just, also need to do this and increase the brush size to that size and also maximize strength. Right, this crashes the game apparently, doesn't it, when you do this sort of thing, so it's fine. Just smooth the terrain underneath our little airfield there. Grand. Now, another thing I need to do is connect this up with a little lane. So let's do that. There we go, and... There we are. Lovely. That's a connection generator. There's one. Let's do more. That was AF Hove. We need more. So we need to keep building drastically and radically and build it rapidly building airfields. And it's probably where are we? Is there space for one down here at the end of there's not. There's not, is there? No, there's not. Unless you spun this around. This is that surveying I was talking about. I mean, I suppose I could get one in there, but it's a bit tight, isn't it? This side, maybe. Oh yeah, that seems to work. Let's do that. That's another one. Great success. Let's do my smoothing first, actually. There we are. This is my this is my emulation of stuff that's going on during war. Is when they let's just get rid of they wouldn't have this thing here. Fine. I can leave a little bit of variety of the buildings left over, but this is going to be. This is. What is this? It's going to be AF Framling. Framlingham. There we are. There we go. And let's also annoyingly rename the. There, fine. And a bit of road as well, because you know, road is a thing. There we are, marvelous. There we go. There's another one built. What else? So that's a couple there dealing with it. Let's keep going around the coast, shall we? Oh yeah, we forgot Halewood. This obviously is AAF Halewood. Yep. Are we gonna fit? Are they gonna have one up here? Can we fit one up here? Probably actually. Looks like the fit. Oh, we can do it like this way, like this. Yeah, I think so. What are your thoughts on this? Is this irritating you, viewers, or are you kind of getting my logic on this as a means to sort of show? I think you'll see where I go with it and why I'm doing this and why I'm placing these. There we are. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, fine. Yes, this will be AAF Hartlepool, of course. There we go. There we are. And oh, I need to go like configure and again get rid of, because none of these are going to have this fancy building here. They might have different sized. Yeah, they might have different infrastructure though. So yeah, let's do some of that. And there we are. Just different sorts of looking situations. There we are. Let's call that, and also this. There we are. What's that? Yeah, AF Hartlepool. Lovely. And I'll connect this in. Grand. Lovely. You'll see where I'm going with this. I promise you. It'll make some sense. Okay, that's there. Lovely. Any that we can shove up here? Should we squeeze one in? Can we squeeze one in near Kroll, do you think? Is there space for one here? Could be, couldn't there? Maybe we'll do alright for now. There we go. Yeah, people are speculating as to what they're for. Well, exactly. Your speculation, I'm not going to answer yes or no to your speculation, but your speculation is sensible and not far off the mark. For the sorts of reasons why I'm creating these, you know. Alright, that's not happening. That's too small. Is there a space for one here, though? There we are. And it's quite a lot of. I'm trying to minimize earthworks because you do have to basically put them where they're flat. So they're trying to minimize earthworks, and it is a bit hilly down here. So I wonder if I place it like right on the coast, if that helps. It does a bit, but it's quite a lot of excavation. I'm not sure I think it's too hilly actually. What about Can you squeeze one here, do you think? It's quite a tight, no, it's too tight. Here? No. No. I mean, this was a genuine thing going on in Britain. Like, huge numbers of airfields were built in Britain in a very short space of time. Like, the engineering industry had to, like, entirely and totally invent itself. Like, yeah, civil engineering expanded massively, and this John Lang, who now fund infrastructure across the globe, basically made their cash, as did quite a few others. Atkins is another example, made their cash building airfields between 1939 and 1940, actually between 1940 and 1942 in Britain. So, yeah, huge amount of civil engineering was going on, like an enormous amount of civil engineering was going on. Let's go in here and let's go and spin this around, because I think there's space for a... Oh, up here, I think there's space for an airfield up here on the coast. Very nice. There we are. A.A.F. Froome. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a skinny one. Let's see, configure. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Actually, let's get rid of that and put that there. Yeah, and that also there. There. There we are. And just have to put our little road in. Oh yeah, I'll do. Oh yeah, I need to do the smoothing, don't I? Yeah. There we go. Who else is in here? Yeah, the idea of leaving carcasses. People enjoying the idea of leaving carcasses. Yeah, it makes for. It does make the landscape interesting to play with when you have these sorts of weird challenges associated with the, you know, like various features, you know, in the way. Now, how's this going to get to? Yeah, I know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to build a new bridge. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are, and that needs to be earthworks. Thank you very much. Wait, what's that thing that just appeared? Did you see that? Does anyone else see that? Wait a minute. I'm just going to do this, and then also earthworks, and then also. Oh, get rid of the thing. There we are. Oh, damn it! I don't want to do that. No, because I don't want that stupid archway to disappear. There, let's go with that. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, grand. Okay, fine. Oh, dang it, and on the other side as well. I'm dumb. I need to pay more attention. Sorry, folks. Let's do that, and do... zoom in a bit more as well. That is why that's working like that. There we go. Very dramatic music, isn't it? Straight line on that. There, good. There, little connection to the airfield there, which is a thing. I just need to smooth this out, actually. There, lovely. There is AAF Froome. Looks like a suspension bridge. Yeah, I know, right? Does that mean that new features have appeared? No, they haven't. But if I do this, I've now. If I now do this, I've got the option for this thing to do this, which I mean looks ridiculous. Why is it that size? It's a bit strange. To be fair, those sorts of structures were appearing at this time, so yeah. Yeah, let's see. So we've got these various airfields have appeared. Froome. Let's keep going down. We've got Cleasby. What about what we're doing down this end? So we definitely need some. Have we got space for an airfield at this end? You know. Let's see. It's quite hilly, isn't it? Let's see. That'll do. There we go. That's going to be AF Orpington, of course. This might not be what you're here to watch, but it's all part of the lore, so we have to deal with it. Let me just go in and configure this. What's this one going to look like? I feel like this... get rid of that bit. Let's go for another hangar. And then all of these. This looks like it's a bigger one. Yeah. Okay, yes. And you as well. Oh, golly. I need to go around and smooth around this one, which is going to make the sea very unhappy, I'd imagine. Some of these places, here we are. Golden Gate, baby. Yeah, I know, right? We need a suspension bridge for our game. Let's pick one of the largest, most iconic, and make sure it never looks right. Yeah, why they didn't go for like a grey or you know, even like just a brick support. I know, right? They literally went for go crazy, which yeah, I have to say it makes me not want to use it. Other than in a few set circumstances, which I might share with you shortly. Do that actually. That's kind of a piece of that. So that needs to be curvy. There we are. And you do that. Fine. So that's another one. Do we have space? What other airfields do we? Can we fit any more anywhere else? That's the key question. Southport is a space for one. We might Flitwick. We've got the one in on that big island there. I don't know if there is much space from what is one here by Droitwich, perhaps. Oh yeah, probably. No, it's colliding somehow colliding with the. Yeah, that's another one. That'll do. Let's bulldoze all of this and just put this in here. Just a little one. There. I've tried to give them all a bit of variety, but the actually it's kind of unrealistic because these were standardized. These airfields were massively standardized. You know, they all repeated the same. Yeah, suspension bridge for rail. Yeah, I know, right? They all repeat the same pattern, so they can be built very quickly. So lots of repetition, lots of prefabrication, lots of standard replicated standard designs. It's pretty innovative stuff, to be honest. Some very clever stuff going on. Let's do that and then do this. That's there. Now what's this? This is going to be AF South Nottingley. So yeah, what I did with renaming all those airports to be the Archipelago Air Force was realistic. You know, the RAF just commandeered everything. There were huge numbers of popular little airfields all over the place in Britain, and they all just got gobbled up immediately by the RAF. They all immediately got commandeered. Let's see. The massive pillars won't spawn if you build it in short less than 100 meter sections. Yeah, yes. I'm aware of this because there are certain areas where I think it'll look interesting to do that. Yeah, something like disproportionate loads across different parts of the bridge. What's this? So rail usually makes it thin to the massive 6-line bridge. Well, basically, it's just too flexible. It's too flexible for the P-way. You know, for the most part, yes, rigid suspension bridges are a thing, and yes, they exist. The Manhattan Bridge is an example, right? But by and large, suspension bridges are too flexible. It's, you know, if you're looking at cable type bridges, it's only with the rigid design of cable stayed bridges that you start seeing longer span rail bridges that don't rely on classic arch principles. You know, compressive arch principles. A suspension bridge, by the way, is just an arch in tension. It's just the opposite. It's the same structural form as an arch, just inverted. That you're relying on an arch shape but in tension rather than an arch shape in compression. For any budding structural engineers out there. Anyway, right, we've done that. Where are these airfields? Where are they all potted up? Have we got any other sensible spots we need to put airfields? So that was South Nottingley. There's probably a distinct lack down this side defending Bradshaw, to be honest, isn't there? I mean, there's nothing down this side defending Bradshaw. There's not a single blinking airfield. That's an issue. Let's pop one here. Yep. Definitely gonna go. Actually, let's flip it so it's this way around. There we are. In NYC, they actually bent the Manhattan Bridge almost to the point of collapse by running trains on only one side for years. Really, that's interesting. Crikey. Would not recommend at home, folks. Don't do that. Don't trash your bridge with railway cars. No, don't do that. Let's go with... Okay, so this is going to be another... let's see. Let's go with another this small design. They're kind of getting... Maybe by this point they're getting on with standardization. They're starting to do a bit more standardization, minimizing the amount of infrastructure needed. That sort of thing. Let's do... The reason I do this little bit off the edge is to make sure I get a nice straight line on my road, because they'd be building straight lines to get to an airfield and I'll be faffing around with nice contoury roads. AF. What is... Where is this place? Where are we? AAF. Let's go down. Where am I? Where am I? Ah, yeah, okay, good. AAF. Broadgate Field. Marvelous, lovely. That's nice. That's another one. That's one for Bradshaw. We've got the two on the Abbeydale and then Minehead, but Broadgate Field is there, and it kind of feels like we need another one this side as well to deal with anything approaching from this side. So one last one out of this push of airfield construction, I think. That's no good. Is this flat enough? I don't know if it is. It's quite built up, the area around Ely, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do... maybe this can work. Is actually bury it in the plantation forestry we put down fairly recently. There we are. That'll do. We're gonna do this around it. There we are. There we are, and we're gonna do that and do that, and then we're gonna put this in. There we go. There we are. I need to connect up with road. I know it's not actually connecting, folks. I know, because there's not a thing, but I'm placing the road there anyway, because the road would, eventually, would eventually be connected. Whatever. There's a road connection happening there anyway. Besquicklehausen. Wait a minute. Besquicklehausen, just a sec. There. There you go. That should now give you the ability to post, I think, maybe. Yeah, you can probably post it in the chat now. Just posted a link to a time-lapse of the bridge in the Discord if you want to see it. Oh, yeah, go on then. It was like a little... yeah, you got a wrench. I'm going to bring that up because that could be quite fun. Like a... It's gone into engineer plays. Oh, golly. Right, I'm doing it. Wait. Let's go in. How am I going to do this? Let's pop this here. Pop this here. Pop this here. Let's see what random recommended is now. I've got to bring OBS back. And then go to stuff screen with Mike. Over here. No, small face. There we are. I'm in the corner. Hello, everyone. Let's have a look at this. This could be interesting. Do we want... Let's mute the audio. There we are. How long is this video? It's 1 minute 57. Here's a time lapse. Oh, yes. So the fourth bridge does this. When the old fourth bridge, the suspension bridge, used to do this with lorries going over, and it was always absolutely spectacular. Look at that. Yeah, it's crazy. That's... I mean, trains are heavy, and suspension bridges are inherently flexible. So... flexibility is good in some ways and bad in others, in that you're fatiguing a lot of materials, squishing and bashing a bridge like this. The expansion joints, for example, at the bridge deck get knackered when you've got it moving around, because every time it's moving like that, the forked parts where you drive over are going past each other and wearing out. So, yeah, no, not great. Not great. Anyway, there we are. That was thanks, Squicklehausen. That was a great shout. Right, let's go back to game face so you can come back and see what I'm up to. So, what's this? AAF Ely, of course. Ely. Well, actually, is this area called a thing? I presume it's not. It's not, but it's going to be called. It's going to be called Ely Forest. There we are. And it's connected, and it's buried in the trees. So that's now gonna. That's providing a decent amount of air cover, for strategic air cover for our capital. Yeah, they're light subway trains. Yeah, too right. Then putting the Golden Gate Bridge in the air was stupid. I love our little rant about the game. We love this. So developers, if you're watching this. This game, look at this series hopefully has shown the potential of what this game can achieve, right? This island is nuts, and it's quite cool what it's, you know, it's starting to look, it's a thing, it's got its own character, it's got its own geography. But we also enjoy pointing out things that are stupid, and putting the Golden Gate in was stupid. It's a bit like, to be fair, it's a bit like the things that annoy me, that I'd rather they put more generic rather than grandiose buildings in City Skylines as well. It's like, don't put the crazy grandiose building in, like, put something that's a bit more generic, because then it works in all cities. Anyway. Where are we going? What have I been doing? Right, it's 1940. We've placed all these airfields. Oh. We have indeed placed said airfields. Good. It's not the end of airfield building, by the way. They kept building airfields as they developed, you know, as they needed to build larger and more kind of hefty airfields around the place. What time is it? 20:05. Right, we're going to save. I'm going to save right now. What time is it? Yeah, April 1940. Save game. There we are. It's just always good to save, because I never know when it's going to just, you know, collapse onto its knees and get very unhappy. Airfield building. There we are. That is what we've been doing. Is it not? One of the first and best pieces of advice the interurban area ever gave Besquicklehausen was model the typical. Yes! Model the typical. Too right. Don't go too crazy. Wish there was an option to change the colour of the bridges in the base game. Yeah. There are lots of things we all hope we could change in the base game. And a lot of people always ask me, for those of you who might be watching this for the first time, there aren't many of you watching at the moment, actually. Oh no, that's not true. There's about 30 of you watching. For those of you watching the base game, watching this for the first time, I play it vanilla for all sorts of reasons, but one of the reasons I play it vanilla is because I like to explore what the game can do in its default state. Like, what can you... Because then, obviously, with people who use mods and stuff, you can do a lot more than I'm showing you here. But I suppose what I'm showing is, like, even with the base game, you can create quite an authentic-looking sort of space. And don't know which. Ballast. This feels like it should be a bit more like this, to be honest. Let's do that. Lovely. And actually, now I've said that, I'm kind of like, oh, I want to just tidy that. There we go. Yeah, lovely. That's nice. It's a bit tidier, a bit more authentic. How's our freight going? May 1940. Stuff's really bad now. Yeah, bad things are happening. Bad things are indeed happening. Where are we going? We're going over. Going over to... Where are we? What was I doing? I was about to do something. It's completely gone. Oh yeah, I want to just see how this is working out. If this is starting to get more stuff. There's more brick arriving here now. We've got quite a bit in 38. Okay. June 1940. So we're brewing up now. The war in France is very much... yeah. We're moving into a situation where it's a bit of a stalemate between the RAF and the Luftwaffe, and Battle of Britain action is will be starting to brew up soon enough. That's in August, and then September particularly. In fact, it was Battle of Britain Day a couple of days ago, wasn't it? 2 days ago, in fact. Yeah. There's Bradshaw. Everything seems quite blissful, but that's because our game isn't a war simulator. It's just a regular old... Yeah. Actually, one of the things I think I might do is... Do I want to make these? No, I think I will keep them in standard shape, actually. I'll keep them like that. That's fine. What else? What other things do you think we could do in-game that represent activity during war? Yeah, I've... yeah, let's go through here. So, what time is it? 2:36. We've got 24 minutes. More. No, what was it? Ah, yes, more requisition of steelworks. Let's go to rally and get rid of. Where are we? And get rid of the spur into, because this is again. It's like actually this is. It's gone. Is that? Oh golly! Oh jeez! I didn't paint the dang ballast, did I? 18 is what I want. Yes, and I don't want full strength. I want half strength. No, I just want to do that along here. Yeah, good. Railway, gone. Actually, I think they're just going to get rid of what we're going to do. I think they're, to be honest, I think they're probably... that's what they're going to do for now. But actually, you know what? If it was me as a P-Way guy, I'd be getting rid of that S&C, because S&C is a maintenance liability. So it'd be going... Actually, you know what? That bit is because that's a bit more. You're going to see that bit a bit more like this. Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit better maintained. There we go. Nice smooth curve though. There we are. So that's the end of that bit. It's gone. There we are. Take it the archipelago is not an active theatre. Well, you say that. While we've got that here, I'm going to give you a little tease, a little bit of fun. Where are we? Let's. I need to alt tabs to things. I have prepped. Look, I've made an effort for the series to prep things that might be engaging. Oh, and how do I? Oh, that'll do maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to OBS, and then go small face. So looky. Because I love war aerial photography quite a lot, so I mocked up the sorts of images that you see happening, and it's quite nice because look, you've got this Bradshaw, look, and its markings associated with it's the sort of markings you see on war photos of things. You see some of these for all sorts of different territories. In fact, I saw some posted in Belgrade recently when I was in Belgrade a month ago, where the library was bombed, and they got hold of photos from the local sort of Luftwaffe. How on earth they managed to get hold of them, but they show the targets that have been plotted out by the Luftwaffe for bombing. So yeah, so I thought I'd recreate one of those because I have too much spare time. I don't have too much spare time. What I have is a brain that darts around and goes, oh, that'd be quite an interesting little thing to do. So I created a little nice little image, and because they just had a pen, pen and ink over the top of an aerial photograph. So yeah, here is an aerial photograph. It's probably what I'll end up featuring within the the image, the featured image, the thumbnail for the next episode. You can tell I'm tired and hungry. I did not sleep much last night. Anyway, right, maybe I should leave it at that. Actually, let's not over egg it, and then we can, because there's a bit of an antecedent now while war is happening around us. No maintenance, everything getting tired, vehicles getting tired. We need to check that there's more, I need to bump freight happening. Anyway, I'm not even going to explain that. I'm just going to leave it up there and you can enjoy it. I'm now going to OBS back into game face again. We need to just I want to use war as an excuse to max out freight coming into Bradshaw, actually. Oh, look, the population's reduced. Interesting. Why has that happened? Where are we? Where? City statistics. No, it hasn't. Interesting. No idea what that stat's talking about. What we can do is go into here. Well, that's lovely. and have a look at the population. Towns. Very much like growth is pretty good. Yeah. I'll dump that image in the Discord server, by the way, for you, so you can have fun with it. Look at that, yeah. Also, by the way, there are Easter eggs in that image as to where this island, where the archipelago is. So, there we are. Lovely. Right. I'm waffling and I'm too tired, so what I'm going to do is order some food. And I'm going to leave you in peace quiet. Suggestions for what other war things are going on do you think should be and can be happening? What have we got going on here? This is... how much is electric? Quite a lot of extra kind of electric railway. We've got the total length of railway. Actually, it's decreased slightly, but you can see... I mean, these stats are quite nice. I'm glad that these at least hold back to 1850. So you go back to this, and we've got 1939, we've got 820 kilometres. So we had about the peak of railway infrastructure was 820 kilometres of railway line, which, given that this is a tiny little 24 kilometre by 24 kilometre square, is quite a decent mileage, isn't it? It's quite something. Our finances are comedic. Actually, it's interesting. The value's going up, and then it drops, and then it goes up as we buy new things. I presume that was the new buses, maybe, let the value. And the bank balance kind of tickles along. Anyway. Yeah, crikey. Oh, I'm unnerved by the live chat that seems to, like, pause. Maybe it's just because you haven't got anything to say. Is it really that engaged? Well, most of you hopefully watch this kind of with other stuff going on in the background. Looks like quite a steady electrification rate last few years. Yeah, indeed. Paused by war. So, yeah, all those plans have been put on the back burner for, reasons. It's July 1940. I mean, things are happening. It doesn't seem, even at this time, it doesn't seem like much is going on. Much of a threat to this little island. Everyone's watching. It's not hugely engaging with Squicklehouse, and I wouldn't mind if people had it. I often watch things like if I'm watching a stream or something, I might have it on that screen over there while I'm getting on with other shenanigans. I love that. I have to say, like, I have grown an attachment to this little island of ours. It's so massive and so developed, and each bit does really have a story associated with it. It's let me switch off some. Actually, you know what? I don't need to switch off layers. I can just do this. What was it? Alt G. Yeah, I have developed a bit of an attachment. I know all these places. Shildon with its its cutting at the background that was built all those many years ago, and is now like very much part of the furniture. The Victoria Station that felt like it was built pretty recently, even that's now part of the... This thing is like totally been absorbed. You've got... you remember when we built... let's go up. I mean, this is... Bodmin is bloody hell. Jesus. Kingston is huge, with its harbour there. It's actually still pretty busy. And, when we built the new freight goods station, and Hendon, you remember when we built Hendon, expanded Hendon Station, and... Now it's all under threat because of war. Boo. But, yeah, Bury Station, which, to be fair, was built pretty massive pretty early on because, the Great Central Railway. That station there is, yeah, it's quite something. Still got freight running into it as well, so people are trying to introduce where the island might be. You can try and guess in the Discord server. It's not going to be long before I think I reveal to you where it is. Here's Haverhill, which... with its nice sort of like beachy island situation. It is nice. Yeah. Look at it. There's so much that's still going on to change after whenever this war thing ends. Yeah, there's so much going on. There's so much still to do. Lots of changes still to happen potentially. There's a lot going on this island. It's going to keep us pretty busy for quite a long time, I think. And as I say, there's more history coming as well. There's so much history I've now got on my little bullet point list of things that are going to be happening over the next goodness knows how many years. So you've got all that to look forward to and more. Next time, there shall be war, and we shall have to deal with it in some way. Some of the consequences of war, we might explore some of the things that the railways were doing as a result of war. And that'll be, theoretically, next Friday evening, although... no promises. I need to tie up with Dina's ballet, which might be on. It's on Tuesdays now, is it? We'll chat. I'll update on the Discord server. In any case, like, I'll post the YouTube thing up, and it should come up. I'll aim for it to be Friday though. I think I'll still be aiming for Friday night. Is the plan, but we'll see. Anyway, right. Oh, so yeah, it'll be next week. Grand scary music, harbours, Shanklin, and me getting OBS up to sort of grandly wave. Thanks everyone, you've been great. I'll dump that interesting image in the Discord, and I love having you guys along for the ride. It's great. I love this series. Bye everyone, bye.